Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the DIFC FinTech Hive Investor Day 2022. As per the agenda, startup pitches will begin at 10:30 a.m. But before we go there, let's look around the campus and give you a sneak peek of our startups that are graduating from DIFC FinTech Hive's flagship FinTech Accelerator Program 2022. Now, let's check out some other areas of the campus. But before we take our first steps, we would like to thank our sponsors who worked with us in 2022. We would like to thank HSBC, Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company, Al Masraf, MyShrek, Visa, Emirates Post Group, Dubai Islamic Bank, Commercial Bank International, and Zurich. Now, let's check out some other areas of the campus. Here, let's walk to our first web screen. We recently launched our very own podcast series called 5 at FinTech Hive, where we bring to you stories.
I am Ali Hannawi, and I will be your host of 5 at FinTech Hive, a show that will bring you stories, experiences, and lessons from the FinTech industry. Today we have Mr. Rajal Mazouai with us. Can you please explain more about it?
Hi Ali, thanks for hosting me. As you said, FinTech Hive is the first and largest FinTech accelerator in the region, launched by the DIFC back in 2017 with the purpose and vision of enabling financial institutions tap into technology and innovation through co-creation with startups to
Summit. Now, let's walk to our lovely gallery. This gallery showcases some of our most notable mentions in the news in 2022. This year, we helped Emirates NBD in launching their very first Metaverse Accelerator Program. We worked with Boubion Bank to launch Kuwait's first Tech Accelerator Program. We collaborated with Standard Chartered Bank to run their Women in Tech Accelerator Program for the second year in a row, providing guidance and mentorship to female-led businesses in technology and innovation in the UAE. We are also happy to share our very own Accelerate Her program, powered by HSBC, which aims to equip young women in finance to broaden their knowledge and reach in the industry. Here is an article published in the Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Insights Report 2022, where we talk about the UAE pioneering development of the GCC's digital financial services. Last but not least, we ran the CBD Internal Innovation Challenge, wherein we matched our FinTech partners with CBD's top 10 cross-functional teams. Now, let's go to the most awaited area in campus, which is the Expo Hall, where all the startup booths are situated. Here, we showcase our ecosystem partners coming from different backgrounds ranging from finance, legal, compliance, regulation, tech, and much more. We would like to take a moment and thank all of them for their continuous support of our programs and initiatives. Now, let's go and look around at all the startup booths and see what they have been working on.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Alessandro. Good to see you. Great.
Okay,
Well,
so in few minutes, start the tour with the rest of the participants.
yes, and we'll be showing the video throughout the event as well.
Okay, okay. At a certain time, we have to move to the theater.
Yes, in about 20 minutes.
Okay, okay. Great, Katrina. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for being here. Hello, Arib.
Hi,
Are you one of our startups as well?
I am, yeah. So, sorry, did we just wait here during the videos being played?
Yes, and I'm actually giving a tour and we're live streaming that out for our other viewers right now. So say hello.
Oh, hi everyone. Good to meet you. Come check out Kestrel, the Muslim Money app.
Fantastic. We'll definitely do that. Encourage everyone to come check out all of your projects and startups. See you soon. Hi, Gary.
FinTech is simple, intuitive
morning.
compliance software.
Good morning.
How are
We're
you?
giving a
To
tour
ensure
in
that
a live
business is
stream. Would you like to
compliant
say
with
hello
all
to
the
everyone?
regulations that apply to them.
Hello.
RegTech runs in the cloud.
Well,
meaning
this
that
is
you
this
can
is
track
quite
your
an unusual
compliance
place. It
status on
has to be
any
said.
device,
Indeed.
wherever or whenever you need to.
We'll make sure
Well,
that we
Connect
encourage people
seamlessly
to
with
come
your
check out your
existing
startup. What is it
systems,
called?
using your existing
Please,
data
we
so
are
that you can
RegTech,
avoid all those
RegTech.
and
time-consuming
we are
tasks
a
like data entry.
regulatory compliance
RegTech allows
platform.
unlimited users.
Fantastic.
It connects across multiple
Well, we'll
teams.
encourage
you.
people to
You
learn
and your
more,
colleagues
and we'll
can
be
work at
playing the
the same
videos
time
throughout in the
in different
auditorium.
places.
Thanks so much for being
There's
here.
nothing to
Please
install,
do. Nice
so
to meet
can
you.
be
Thanks for your
up and
time.
running immediately.
Of course. Take care.
Making sure-
Well, hello, Igor. I will shake your hand. If I get closer. Let's see. There we go. Welcome. And what is the name of your startup? If you can hear me, you can unmute that mic in the lower left of your screen.
Yes. Hi, how are you doing, Sarah?
Good. We're doing a live stream out to other viewers and a tour. Would you like to tell everyone the name of your startup?
Sure. My startup is called IntelliBonds, and we offer predictive credit risk analytics and portfolio construction for institutional investors and banks.
Fantastic. Well, we'll encourage everyone to come check out IntelliBonds
you.
and learn more. And thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye. Hello. We're doing a live stream tour. Would you like to say hello to our viewers?
Hello.
Hello. And what is the name of your startup?
Our startup is called Nautilus,
Mm.
and we have built a digital wallet that helps big firms such as banks or technology companies provide digital access to people without smartphones.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to learn more about Nautilus, and we'll encourage everyone to stop by and check out the videos that we'll have playing in the auditorium.
Definitely. And if they have any more questions, I'll be here to provide more details. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello there. We're doing a tour and a live stream out to our viewers. Are you there, Yazan?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. Would you like to tell us the name of your startup?
Yes, my startup name is ChangeCom. It's a micro savings, micro investing platform based in Jordan, Doha, and very soon the UK. We help users save up towards their goals, needs, or future aspirations in a digitally friendly way without them actually worrying about their savings or their financial habits.
Oh, great. Well, we'll encourage our viewers to come check out more. Thank you so much, and thanks for being here.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, hello. We're doing a live
Hi.
stream for our viewers. Would you like to say hi?
Hello,
Hello. What is the name of your startup?
Trevex Technology Limited.
And what does it do?
Yeah, we actually do automated KYC for mainly targeting SMEs. So that's basically what we are at.
Great. Well, we'll encourage our viewers to check out more with the videos and to come visit you in World in the booth to learn more. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi,
Staying
Randy.
compliant is essential, yet
Would you like to say hello to our
challenging in a
viewers on the
world where
live stream? If you're there, you can unmute your mic with that button in the lower left of your screen. Looks like Sure to Green is the name of your startup, and we will spread the word. Thanks for being here. Oh, hello, Carl. We're doing a tour with our live stream viewers. Would you like to say hello and tell them about your startup?
Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
The tour where? Sorry?
We're live streaming out to our viewers, so we're live. Wave and say hello and tell us the name of your startup.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carl. I'm the founder of FundBot. We're an infrastructure as a software that we basically sell to banks, fintechs. We do revenue-based financing and payables-based financing for corporates. So we're very happy to be here and with the DIFC FinTech Hive on this experience, and we'll be pitching soon in the auditorium.
Wonderful.
See you later.
We will look forward to it. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Hello, Ephraim. We're doing a live stream to our viewers. Would you like to say hello? If you're there, you can unmute your mic with the button in the lower left of your screen. I see Falusi is the name of your startup. We'll look forward to learning more.
And how are things going at Twig?
We finally got regulated after 13 months of working with the regulator.
Hi, Martins.
Hi.
Are you with one of the startups here today?
Yes, I'm going.
Great. We're doing a tour and a live stream for our viewers, so why don't you tell us the name of your startup and a little bit of information?
So we are Fundvest. We are building a new investment platform for European market, and we are planning to expand in Middle East as well. And our main idea is to focus on the long-term investment for people, instead of offering short-term trading and sort of day trading and get-rich-quick stuff, which is prevalent in many other platforms. So we will offer long-term trading, index funds, automatic investment, stuff like that. We are already live in Europe and starting to grow, and now we're looking for opportunities to expand in Middle East and to get some investment, of course, as well.
That sounds fantastic and good work. Well, thanks for being here, and we look forward to learning more throughout the day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, hello. We're doing a live stream for our viewers. Would you like to say hello and tell us the name of your startup? Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, good. Hi, Jimmy. Are you with Voltil?
Correct. I'm the founder and CEO.
Fantastic. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit more? We're live streaming with our viewers here as we get ready for the show to start in the auditorium.
Absolutely. So we're building the world's first human-centric metaverse. So it's good to actually use this forum to, experiment how, from a work and investor perspective, the the use case comes to life. So it's great to be doing this in the metaverse.
Well, we're so glad you're here with us, and we look forward to learning more about Vault Hill here in the metaverse and with the videos you've shared and throughout the day. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye for now. Now, it's almost time for the startup pitches to go live in the auditorium. Let's go there. You may or not be able to hear me. We're now at the auditorium where we will hear all our startup pitches. Time to get seated and enjoy the show.
from our flagship FinTech Accelerator Program. And those startups have collectively raised more than $530 million in funding to date. Our Female Talent Accelerator Program, Accelerate Her, started back in 2019 and has now graduated 100 exceptional women who are ready to make their marks on the region's finance and tech industries. This year, we've been also very busy in assisting our partners create and run their own innovation programs to foster the building of the tech ecosystem across the GCC. We have been working with our partners in Kuwait, Bubian Bank, to launch Kuwait's first Tech Accelerator Program to encourage local entrepreneurs. I'm happy to share that the first sprint of this program saw more than 200 applications with We also worked with Commercial Bank of Dubai to run their internal innovation program, where shortlisted internal teams were paired with fintech startups to co-create innovative solutions for the bank. Being a woman in tech myself, I'm happy to share that we worked closely with Standard Chartered Bank for the second year to run the Women in Tech Accelerator, where we worked with 10 promising female entrepreneurs to accelerate their business and win equity-free cash rewards. I am also excited to share that we co-created with Emirates MBD their first Metaverse Accelerator Program, where we saw more than 100 promising applications, out of which 10 were shortlisted to present during the demo day held on the Metaverse. Now, I leave the stage to the DIFC FinTech Hive team and promising startups to share with you some of the most exciting ideas and conversation that we indulged in this year. Thank you.
Acceleration is at the core of what we do at FinTech Hive, and the FinTech Accelerator Program is our flagship accelerator. Through the program, the selected fintechs are able to tap into the Middle East market and launch their businesses and really operate out of Dubai. We scout the world for the best fintech startups and select a curated cohort based on the focus areas provided to us by our financial industry partners. This year, we received over 650 applications for this program, and after screening this list, we selected over 95 to interview. I am proud to say that we have accelerated 41 startups this year through our FinTech Accelerator Program. And these startups come from all around the world, including the UAE, UK, Jordan, India, France, the US, and many more. And in this cohort, we saw solutions in areas of payments, lending, metaverse, investment, insurance, and more. If you're a fintech looking to accelerate in the region, definitely apply for next year's programs through our website. Now I'll hand over to the startup pitches.
Thank you all for joining us today. We'll be discussing Appro, the retail banking onboarding powerhouse. Before we start, I'd like to introduce you to Laura. She's one of our customers. She's out there looking for a personal loan. For her to get the best deal in town, she'll have to do her own homework. She'll start by going online, checking aggregators, doing phone calls, branch visits, and on average, she'll end up applying with 3 different banks and waiting for 6 working days while banks are processing her application. And there is no way Laura will be able to get the best deal in town because simply she cannot reach out to the active 42 retail banks in the market. On the other side of the equation, these 42 banks are all fighting to acquire Laura's application. So they're paying an average of $700 for on-ground sales and marketing, additional $100 for internal processing, and 50% of the time, the application is subpar. It's a junk application that does not meet the bank risk appetite. This is where Appro comes in. Laura will fill only 1 application. We will do all the required pre-processing and share the masked application with all banks in the market, allowing them to automatically place their offers. We'll then collate all of these offers, rank them, and share them with Laura so she can get the best deal for her. So what is the value proposition? From Laura's point of view, she's filling only 1 application, a super easy application with only 3 fields of manual data entry, It will take a maximum of 3 minutes to complete the whole application. Within the next 24 hours, you'll be getting results from all banks in the market with complete visibility and transparency on why this is the best deal for her. On the bank side, all banks are benefiting by avoiding junk applications because we're doing all the processing and the filtration on our side. Banks will also be minimizing the cost of any application that will be booked through Appro because we're providing more than 250 validated data points with every application. So I've been mentioning pre-processing. What do we actually mean by that? We're doing all the required steps for any bank to be able to ID card verification, global name screening, sanction screening, moving to creditworthiness checks, so checking with the credit bureau, income validation, moving to fraud checks, and many others. We're doing all of this by integrating with multiple government agencies, collecting the data points from the golden source, validating, verifying, and filtering out these data points, and only passing on to the bank whatever is relevant. Let me show you a demo of a credit card application and how it actually works. You start by logging into Appro website, select the product of interest, and you will also select additional benefits you're interested in. Moving forward, you'll scan the front end and the back end of your Emirates ID, take a selfie for identity matching and liveness check. As a last step, 3 fields are needed for manual data entry: personal email address, home location, and office email address. Finally, you will approve the bureau consent, receive an OTP for confirmation, and that's it, application submitted. Within the next 24 hours, on the same platform, you will be able to receive all the offers that were shared by our partner banks. You'll be able to read and view the details of each offer, and with confidence, select the best deal in town. So now let's move to what will banks see. Start by logging into the bank's portal. We will be able to view the application that was just submitted, starting with all the data that have been collated, verified, and processed, starting with standard information such as nationality, employment, and income, moving to KYC information such as name screening and biometric check results, ending with creditworthiness information such as DPR and total exposure. All of these data points can be downloaded in an Excel file or shared through an API through our partner banks. Now, similar to Laura, in the UAE, there are more than 2 million retail banking applications that are being processed on an annual basis. 59% of that are coming from credit cards, followed by personal loan, auto loan, and mortgage. Currently, banks have 4 channels for lead generation and customer acquisition. 2 of them are digital and 2 are physical. Physical channels have proven to be effective in the conversion rate, given the filtration that is being done by the sales agent in the onboarding process, while digital channels are passing on a higher ratio of junk applications, which means extensive processing at the back end. All of these channels have actually proven to be expensive, either because of the sales headcount or the junk application level. And this is where Appro comes in. Appro is going to be the most effective sales funnel the bank will ever have. We're going to be providing more than 90% conversion rate because we're doing all the filtration and the processing on our side, and we're going to be able to price competitively versus all of the existing funnels simply because we're doing all of our operations digitally. Our business model is very simple. Appro is completely free of cost for our customers, and we're only charging a flat fee per booking to our partner banks. We've already launched last August with credit cards and personal loan. Going forward, we're adding additional retail banking products such as auto loan and mortgage. This is the team behind Appro. We've been working together for more than 7 years as part of the retail business of Standard Chartered Bank here in the region. We've built a similar product for the bank, and now we're building it for the whole industry. Our anchor investor is actually SC Ventures. Moving forward, we're fundraising and we're looking for partner banks. Please log into appro.ae, submit an application, show your interest, and let us know your experience.
Welcome. I'm Michael Tomlins, the CEO and co-founder of Apaya. We help digital merchants manage their payments infrastructure with just a few clicks using our no-code software. The team at Apaya has over 75 years in the digital payment space. And over that time, we have been battling against the inefficiency of the sector to onboard and exploit new technologies as they become available. At Apeya, we aim to solve this problem and ensure that any merchant, irrespective of their size, location, or capital, can deliver beautiful payment experiences for their customers. The fintech explosion has created both large-scale opportunities and existential threats to almost all companies. That threat comes not from when you stay out of the ecosystem, but actually when you choose to engage within it. Companies have to ask themselves serious questions around which partners they work with. Can those partners provide the security and data infrastructure required? Can they match their growth ambitions? Can they actually integrate them into their core technology and processes? And this challenge is getting harder day by day, with faster unbundling of every part of the financial services sector, rapid change to regulation that is fragmented across each and every country, and the globalization of supply chains and customer demand. So we decided to disrupt the sector to overcome this challenge, to ensure that every business across the Middle East and Africa can easily access and manage innovative fintech. Apeya's drag and drop SaaS solution empowers merchants to build, automate, and optimize their payment and commerce processes. Apeya has built one single super API that will be the final integration a merchant ever has to complete in order to access all of this fantastic innovative technology. Our product is split into 5 core areas. Phase 1, enable. Simply input the account credentials from your chosen payment provider into our platform and you are instantly connected to that PSP. Within seconds, the days of month-long integrations are gone. Phase 2, build. Use our intuitive drag and drop studio to build intelligent payment workflows. Phase 3, publish. Our desktop and mobile optimized checkout will deliver your desired experience to your customers in real time. Phase 4, monitor. Use our dashboard to view performance data and gain insights to help optimize your business's performance. We're building growth loops into our product and into our business model to help scale the Apeya ecosystem, to create a highly efficient two-sided marketplace capable of rapid scale so we can become the largest commerce automation platform in the region. Our current focus is on building up critical mass on the supply side with leading fintechs from the GCC joining us. We have leading providers from the buy now, pay later sector, open banking, as well as core payment processors. And we are building on this diverse collection of providers with ID providers, fraud providers, tax APIs to build a robust portfolio that will satisfy any merchant's requirements. We charge our customers a single cost per API call to Apeya. As our merchants grow, so do our revenues. Furthermore, our Free Forever program ensures that startups can engage and onboard the Apeya solution from day one. Our go-to-market is cost-effective and scalable. We intend to use community-led, market-led, and product-led growth loops to help scale the Apeya ecosystem and help us achieve our ambitious targets. Early indications are that this is working. In our first month, we have signed up the leading laundry on-demand player in the GCC, a leading car rental on-demand player in the GCC, and the leading micro-mobility provider in the UAE and KSA. One of the reasons for our early success and traction in the market is that we are fast to onboard and easy to deploy for any merchant. A really important KPI for Apeya. And with new plugins coming for large e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magento, we're working hard to make this even easier. We're looking for investments and partnerships. If you're passionate about merchant, irrespective of size, capital, or location, can offer world-class payment experiences, please get in touch. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
There is a major problem that the lending industry is facing today. It's written in big red letters on the screen beside me. The problem is manual analysis. Bank statements and credit bureau reports are the two most analyzed documents by banks and fintech lenders when it comes to making a lending decision. And yet, the majority of the analysis done on these documents is still done manually. Banker has created the first fully automated bank statement and credit report analysis solution. Typically, analyzing a borrower's documents for a loan application can take more than 60 minutes. Banker can do the same analysis and more in less than 60 seconds. Our goal as a company is to reduce lenders' loan processing time by more than 80%. So let me introduce myself. My name is Jazal Umin. I'm the CEO and founder of Banker, and I'd like to thank you in advance for listening to our presentation. So how do we do it? How do we actually reduce loan processing time by more than 80%? Well, put simply, we can break it down into 4 steps. The first is extraction. We use zonal OCR and our own complex algorithms to extract data from PDF documents. We're therefore able to get a digital copy of the data that was previously trapped within the PDF. Our extraction coverage spans across every major bank in the UAE. The second step is categorization. Once we have the raw data, we apply our preset algorithms to identify what these raw data types actually are. With the help of AI, we can further refine our identification. Categories can be things such as cash deposits, inward transfers, check withdrawals. Over thousands of transactions, having these simple classifications helps analysts easily identify transaction types. The third step is analysis and scoring. The analysis is instant, it's completely customizable, and it's error-free. Our goal is not to completely change the way that banks assess credit risk. We customize our models to help banks process the same loans, just more efficiently, whilst also eliminating any chance of human error. An example of our analysis and scoring can be seen on the screen. We calculate all the required metrics and calculations and present it to the analyst on a simple dashboard, or integrate this data through API. We also flag suspicious transactions so that the analyst does not need to look through thousands of data points. Rather, they can simply look at the relevant transactions that have been flagged by the system. The final point is anti-fraud. Before we process any documents on the banker system, we screen for fraud. A prime example of fraud can be seen here on the screen. But he has changed his salary using manipulation software to show that he earns a salary of $15,000. To the human eye, this type of manipulation goes completely undetected. But using the banker system, all documents are verified using our fraud checks. These greatly mitigate any risk of fraud to the lender. We use a pay-per-use SaaS model. This is preferred by lenders as the processing costs can easily be passed on to the borrower within the loan origination fee. Banker as a company also benefits from this type of model, as our processing costs correlate to the number of documents we process. So our usage-based pricing helps us to maintain profitability on every document that we process. Currently, we are primarily targeting the identify numerous banks and fintechs here in the region that are prioritizing digital transformation. Once we have established our presence, our goal is then to expand globally. Now, in terms of the competitor landscape, Banker does not face major regional competition. However, there are startups internationally who have proved out this same model. 2 major examples are Ocrolus and Perfios, both of which have attracted major funding rounds and have had significant traction in their own geographies. We aim to emulate their model and use our first mover advantage to become the leaders in the document extraction and decisioning space for the MENA region. We have seen these trends in the US and in emerging markets, and now in the MENA region too, where there has been an exponential rise in online lending activity. Banker aims to be on the back end, providing lenders with the technology infrastructure needed to instantly credit assess borrower documents, all in one seamless experience. And thank you all very much for listening.
Hello, my name is Moses Kioko. I'm a product manager at Bridge. At Bridge, we want to make Africa trade. I'm holding 5 cards in my hand. Let's assume each card is valued at $1 billion. So I'm holding $5 billion. 1 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion. Every year in Africa, $5 billion is lost in transaction costs from currency exchange alone. Even for intra-Africa trade, payments have to transit through a third currency, usually either the dollar or the pound or the euro. And more money is lost from the cost of a transaction for trade, but also from the delay in settlement. Example is a customer in Cairo paying for goods in Kampala or Uganda. Takes between 2 to 14 days for the settlements to be done. One other challenge is in Africa, we have scenarios where we have challenges in accessing the dollar. And how do we do this? Bridge is a mobile and web-enabled digital financial services platform. We offer P2P services. Actually, we offer cross-border peer-to-peer payment services. We facilitate collections on behalf of merchants, that's C2B collections. And we also offer a secure peer-to-peer currency exchange marketplace where Africans can come to swap African currencies at rates they set themselves. The payments are done in 3 key ways. One, we do direct bill payments through remittances. So remittances coming from abroad would go into school fees, Medicare, education, house, food, rent, utilities, and things like this. We also do cross-border payments, which can be peer-to-peer payments, but can also be consumer-to-business payments, collecting and checking out of a transaction or an online checkout. Lastly is our BridgeX, which is actually our peer-to-peer currency exchange marketplace as discussed earlier. Today, we have 3.6 million African migrants living in the GCC region. They are well educated, they are young, speak fluent English, and have formal education. We want to increase the value of trade using our value-added services to increase the number of trade that the African migrant workers in this UAE region can be able to facilitate. They can be able to do a P2P payment or be able to do direct bill payments through remittances. We as the African Lions, we are ready to trade in the desert heat, but we also want to trade with the tigers and the dragons. We want to trade with the Middle East, but we also want to trade with Southern Asia markets, India, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, also all the way to Far East, to China, to Japan, Hong Kong. All these countries are countries we want to work with. And our business model is really broad. We have a B2B model, we have a peer-to-peer model, and we have a C2B model. On the B2B model, we have banks, payment service providers and mobile network operators, and we have merchant aggregators who work with us on that specific model. On the other hand, our C2B really covers merchant collection or e-commerce checkout. Peer-to-peer is really covered within the person-to-person payments or the peer-to-peer currency exchange market that we offer. We have a direct and basic or simple revenue model where we charge 1.5% for all transactions carried out on the platform. We also have a revenue share model where we speak to merchants and we are able to charge a merchant service commission or arrange a custom revenue share model with case-to-case basis of the merchants. Transactions on the platform are free. Any transaction running within our ecosystem is supported by the ecosystem and it's free. We are live and we've been operating in 3 corridors. We've been operating in Kenya and in Nigeria. And over that period, 2021, 2022 period, our total payment value or total processed volumes have gone slightly above $127 million. And we're just continuously increasing this, mostly supported by the merchant collection and merchant payments. Then we are here today to 1, raise capital. 2, we are looking for a local strategic partner to help us cover the regulation in the areas that we want to operate in, the countries that we want to operate in. Our core services today, or our core efforts today, are in growing our customer support, growing our product, and increasing or continuously following up with regulation across the country. We are happy to be here. We want to trade with our neighbors and our friends. Hopefully we're able to do great things moving on from here. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Rafi Kayat and I'm the CEO of Borderless, where you can make global bank payments in seconds. A rise in marketplaces and the gig economy, such as the Airbnb of X and the Uber of Y, has exposed a major pain point, paying out sellers, freelancers, and creators around the world. International bank payments are expensive, slow, and tedious. yet they still dominate 70% market share. New innovations are making it easier, however, not for marketplaces and businesses. For Boomerang, an edtech platform that matches language teachers with students, their payouts were a nightmare. They had to use multiple payment solutions for different regions. And these payment platforms were not designed for marketplaces, missing on crucial business needs, such as global reach, higher limits, bulk payment processing, and reducing data liability. This is a $23 trillion market that is severely underserved. That's why we've built Borderless, a global payment solution designed to make payouts for businesses and marketplaces simple, transparent, and affordable. We've built a smart infrastructure that reaches over 120 plus countries, processing thousands of transactions and millions of dollars per month. For Boomerang, the switch was easy. With Borderless, Boomerang consolidated their global payouts on one platform. They reduced operational complexity, payment processing fees, and delivery of funds from days to seconds. Here's how it works. Ahmed, to make additional income, is a teacher on Boomerang teaching Arabic and lives in Dubai. In order to pay Ahmed, Boomerang has two options. One, collect his banking details and securely enter him into our system. Or two, they can reduce their data liability by using Borderless' innovative handle system. Think of it like your Twitter or Instagram handle. By providing any Borderless business with this unique handle, Ahmed can get paid without having to share sensitive banking information. In seconds, Boomerang submits their payments to teachers around the world. Our description field enhances payment data, making reconciliation at scale easy. Finally, our smart infrastructure auto-converts currencies using great exchange rates. In seconds, Ahmed receives the funds and he can buy his daughter the video game she wants for her birthday. With Borderless, we make these moments scalable. For example, one of our customers, GoPuff, an Uber Eats competitor, scaled their operations by processing 50 payments per request with their previous provider to processing over 2,000 payments per request with Borderless. That's 40 times the capacity. And they provided a better experience for their drivers with instant settlements. And GoPuff is not alone. With our global onboarding and KYC, plug-and-play API, and multi-currency accounts, we've addressed unmet needs for businesses around the world. Our business model is simple and transparent. We provide our services for a low monthly subscription fee and charge a per transaction fee. But our real secret sauce is in our go-to-market strategy. When we work with great companies like Boomerang, they share our platform with their network. On average, for every business we onboard, they refer 3 new businesses. And this referral process builds trust and brand awareness, keeping our customer acquisition costs low. And this network effect is paying off. Over the past 2 quarters, we've doubled our cross-border volume, and we're on track to double that again this upcoming quarter. We were also awarded Payments Tech of the Year at the US FinTech Awards and won Visa Direct at the Visa Direct Everywhere initiative. With Borderless, you can take your business to new heights. And our ask is simple. If you know of startups, marketplaces, or global brands, please refer them to Borderless. We are expanding in the Middle East region and are looking to power the next generation of applications. If you're an investor, please reach out as we look to open our next round. Join us on our mission to empower dreamers and businesses, just like Ahmed and his daughter, by simplifying cross-border payments, making the world a borderless place. Thank you for your time.
Esteemed audience, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yazan Kurdi. I'm a fellow global leader in innovation, and I'm the founder and CEO of ChangeCom, a micro savings and investing platform that will help you and other users save micro amounts of money effortlessly towards their needs, goals, or future aspirations. Why can't I save? Or where does all my money go? Are questions that we all ask ourselves at some point in our lifetime. Millennials are terrible savers. The latest data suggests that they save 50% less than their parents. They rent instead of owning, borrow instead of investing, and spend instead of saving. This is unsustainable and may prevent millions of young people from reaching financial security. But millennials do earn money, It is estimated that in MENA region alone, millennials earn an average of $30 billion per year, where experts suggest that at least 15% of those earnings should go into savings, and at least 15% of those savings, at least 50% of those savings should be invested. Well, what if I told you that you could do this by simply saving up the price of a cup of coffee or a pack of gum per day? I know it makes perfect sense, but why don't we all do it? Well, our market study showed that people either got bored, simply couldn't handle their financials, or did not know where to start. And that's why we're introducing ChangeCom. ChangeCom is a mobile app-based platform that helps you save micro amounts of money or even invest them. And as an added value, you could spend what you saved in our marketplace and get your needs with a discount. But how does it work? Well, simply you need to download a mobile application. Signing up takes less than 60 seconds. Choose or set your savings or investing goal, and then everything happens automatically. We show you a progress bar, we show you where you are, what you need to do, and how you need to save by our custom notifications. As an added value, ChangeCom provides you. You could use your savings to get whatever you want from our marketplace and get it with a discount. Our technology, user interface, and user experience will all the AI engine and other stuff, where we carry on an ongoing market research to know what people are saving for, to know what people's needs are, and add them on the platform. Our revenue streams are very basic and model where they could get new features and get more discounts. And we pride ourselves as being first to market in MENA region, having a very easy to use mobile application, a World Bank approved growth plan that will help us always stay ahead of our competition. Of course, we're not the only platform that does this. Well, our global market research showed us that there are 20 other platforms, very successful, outside of the MENA region that are doing the same thing. To mention a few, Capital, Milo, Digit, and Chime. For instance, Capital have been helping users save up an average of $5,000 per year and has almost 5 million users. We have tailor-fitted that solution to MENA region residents, and we hope we could get much higher numbers in that. Our financial projections are high right out of the gate. The average revenue from ChangeCom user is $28 per year, and we aim to reach a minimum of 14,000 users by the first year of piloting. We currently are licensed in Jordan and in Doha, and that number is adequate to those countries, but we aim to grow and target more markets such as the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, and other big markets in the region to grow our sales and to grow our following. And we aim to acquire those customers. It's very easy. One, affiliate marketing by simply targeting users from the institutions that we partner up with, and our social media presence. We have a strong social media presence, and we'd love for you guys to take a look at it, and our outdoor campaign in universities, booths, and colleges to help people embed the savings lifestyle from an early stage. To make a dent in the market of $4+ billion in MENA region alone. Our future roadmap does not include us only being a micro savings app. We aim to add new services, expand, of course, outside of the MENA region, and licensing a new digital bank or wallet to actually have all those users to be our users, our financial institution users. And we have the team behind it to do it. Myself, Khaled, is a cryptocurrency expert. He's been working for cryptocurrency for the last 7 years. Omar is our marketing lead, and Bashar is our tech lead with 20 years of experience in platforms such as Souq, OpenSouq, Trivago, and others. We currently are raising a seed round to expand our product, grow our team, and try and expand to other countries. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye from the ChangeCom team.
And I am a co-founder and CEO of Chainco. Chainco is a SaaS solution that offers chain connections to lenders. Today, we see two worlds. We see the world of traditional assets such as real estate, cars, and shares. These assets can be used as collaterals for retail loans, so consumers can benefit from better conditions. And those who own digitalized and tokenized assets, such as lands in the metaverse, NFTs, and cryptocurrencies, are not able to do so because banks do not recognize these as collateral. We understand that today those people who hold digitalized assets can go to DeFi platforms and ask for a loan, for a fiat loan. These platforms do not assess the character of these applicants. They only consider their tokenized assets. This, in turn, leads to liquidations, it leads to other problems. And we want to give an opportunity to digitalized asset holders to go to their regular bank and to take out a loan and to benefit from better conditions. We have developed a solution, a SaaS solution, that acts as an orchestrator for crypto collateral. It offers a second line of defense to banks when it comes to transactions. KYT orchestrates the flows, and KMS ensures security of collateralized assets. How does Chainco work in the real world? Well, Chainco widget is integrated into the existing loan simulator that a bank has. Then a consumer who wishes to take out a loan can decide how much and what type of collaterals they wish to put up, be it Ethereum, Bitcoin, or other type of tokenized or digitalized assets. Once they have done so, they will be able to transfer these assets into dedicated loans. This is where a KYT system kicks in, assessing whether or not these assets are actually okay, whether they have not been involved in any illegal activity, providing security to the bank. Once this is done and the client is approved, they can benefit from their fiat loan, and once they start repaying it, their collateral will be released. Thus, we protect the consumer from liquidation of their assets. We believe that this is the future on one hand for the banks, because this allows banks to innovate, to become closer to the new type of customers that we see. It is an opportunity for banks to innovate, to use blockchain technology for their transactions. And of course, since we have already developed the solution, the banks do not need to invest or to hire people to develop such a solution. Chainco was born about a year and a half ago. Since then, we have already developed our MVP, and today we're in the process of commercializing it. We're speaking to numerous banks across the world, specifically in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. And what we're looking for today is we're looking for a pilot. We're looking for a bank that will take us on board and will play with the solution and see how it integrates with compliance, risk, and other departments. We've been focusing on having as many conversations with potential customers as possible, taking into consideration their comments, their concerns, but also understanding that they do see this as an opportunity because their clients are asking for a solution such as this one. Numerous banks are already offering digital asset custody. Now we are offering the next step. Our team consists of 8 people. Our developers are experts in developing blockchain solutions. They are located across Europe. The management team has extensive experience developing startups and bringing them into life. We're international and multicultural, and we believe that this is the essence of our team and one of our greatest advantages. We're in the process of building our advisory board as well. We already have 2 confirmed members that advise us on aspects such as tax and sales in Europe and in other parts of the world. We thank you for the opportunity to share with you our Chainco solution, and we look forward to speaking with you more and answering your questions about our technology and about how we see the future of crypto lending 2.0. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ConfirmU. I'm Yatir, CEO and founder. ConfirmU provides lenders with alternative credit score, which is delivered through a 3-minute game that can be part of the customer acquisition journey. And then we provide basically an alternative credit score that measures the intent to repay of a borrower. ConfirmU was formed on the basically to address a problem statement whereby 3.7 billion people on this planet lack access to credit simply because traditional lenders would underwrite people based just on their past performance history of loans that they've taken. And they would, exclude people who don't have any credit history. What this means is that lenders are usually losing every year something around $1 trillion US just from not tapping to this problem. So we came up with a novel approach that says, okay, why don't we give those people who don't have any credit history a way to engage with those lenders by playing a game, and through the game, we can get your intent to repay of those applicants. And through that, basically everyone can actually get a loan. We think that out of that, $1 trillion that lenders are losing, Confirm can help people access to credit, and that means translate to nearly 3% of that potential opportunity. We're relatively a new company in the space, but nonetheless, we managed to engage some of, the world's biggest brands, which includes a global credit bureau such as Experian in India, also a tier 1 private bank in India that is, having more than 100 million clients. We've also engaged with Nigeria's largest credit bureau, Vietnam's 6th largest private bank, a global SME, which is based out of Singapore and is serving merchants in Indonesia and in Southeast Asia. And also, we're happy to let you know that, one of Cambodia's largest MFI is actually embedding our game within their customer onboarding process. We have also 2 paying clients, one in India, which is lending to SMEs based on our psychometric game, and also one in Africa, which is lending to farmers. Basically, through the psychometrics analysis that is embedded within the game, lenders can actually credit risk assess people who have what we call the financial consciousness state of mind. That means a borrower that has been taking a burden on himself to repay the debt knows tomorrow that he needs to make installments and repay the debt for the lender. Another type of persona would be that merchant that needs to actually grow his business, and therefore he needs more money and credit. And those lenders would like us to assess the aspirations and motivation of those people. What makes Confirm stand out from the other competition is the fact that we're providing an uninvasive game. It doesn't tap into your mobile data or your social media profiles. We generate unique data with the users. We only get an ID, so we don't know who the applicant is all about. And it's culturalized and localized, so everyone can engage and through that, get access to credit. The way we work with lenders is we charge basically on a number of games played per month, and the lender has to commit to a certain threshold. None of this, amazing innovation couldn't happen with a global team of experts that surrounds this company. I'm Yatir, CEO and founder. I'm based out of Tel Aviv, Israel, and my background is helping global MNCs to grow their business. With me on the team have my co-founder Raju Chitambaram, CTO and co-founder, who helped global tech team to grow. Has more than 30 patents registered under his name, and a former visiting scholar at MIT. Also with me on the team, we have Brendan Lagrange, our Chief Solution Architect, with more than 25 years of experience working with global credit bureaus such as Experian and TransUnion, and Niharika Bhargava, our Head of Science, who's based out of India and has a master's degree in psychometrics from London School of Economics. And we're here basically to help us, and close the seed round, which we've already, half of it is already being closed. More than $875,000 have been committed by VCs such as SOSV, July Ventures, Draper Startup House, Sontec, and also investment banking from Nigeria. This would help us, to close the round. We're looking for additional 500K to help us close the round and get us to 600K ARR by end of 2023. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Thomas, and I'm the CEO and founder of Cargo. Cargo is a global no-code insurance platform that helps insurance companies to digitize and automate all their insurance processes. I started Cargo after I've seen all the pain points that insurance companies face. I worked at PwC in insurance consulting and also in insurance technology, and I've seen the following pain points. First, slow product building. On average, insurance companies spend 12 months to build new products. Second, manual processes. On average, 60% of all the insurance processes can be fully automated. And finally, rigid legacy systems that don't allow companies to innovate. On average, insurance companies spend 80% of their IT budgets on just maintenance of their legacy systems. How do we help solve these problems? First, we help companies to build and launch products faster. By faster, we really mean it. Using Cargo, companies can build any type of insurance across P&C, health and life within days. So it's 99% faster than using the traditional methods. And you don't need to do any IT development. Second, we help companies to digitize and enable omnichannel distribution. This includes digital agent, broker, bank insurance, direct, as well as affinity partnership distribution, including embedded insurance, which is becoming a very popular use case for Cargo. And finally, we help companies to digitize all their policy administration and claims processes. And this is all enabled by our no-code approach. Why no-code? Currently, all the products and processes are custom coded. That's why it's so slow, costly, inefficient, and also hard to maintain in the insurance industry. By adopting no-code, companies can now do all the processes, all the configurations, all the workflows, products in a visual drag and drop no-code way. And this really gives the flexibility and also speed to market that insurance companies need. And this includes all the product lines across P&C, health and life. And we believe that no-code is really the future, how insurance products and applications will be delivered. Even Gartner predicts that by 2024, 65% of all the application development activity will be done using no-code and low-code tools. Cargo will be the leader in the insurance and no-code space. You can think of Cargo as a combination of Lego blocks that you can assemble based on a use case or pain point. Our modules include, for example, on the back end, dynamic pricing, underwriting engine, policy management, client management. In the middle, you can see our no-code layer. This is where all the configurations are happening. This includes product, workflows, forms, data model, templates, all visually configured. This is a very unique set of tools that we have developed in-house, and then we have patent pending for this no-code layer as well. And finally, we also provide a front-end layer where companies can provide portals, but they can also use their existing applications or even third-party channels. The whole platform is powered by our 500 open insurance APIs. It's probably the most comprehensive set of open insurance APIs in the market. Companies can use these APIs to integrate with their systems as well as external partners and create a robust insurance ecosystem. And the great news is we are already live. We work with insurance companies across the globe, including tier 1 insurers such as AXA. We also have MSIG, Bupa, Dai-ichi, and many other insurance companies use Cargo in production at this time. We also work with partners that help us introduce Cargo to insurance companies and also deliver, implement Cargo. And this gives us lots of scalability across different regions. We work with, for example, Big Four consulting companies, we work with system integrators and other partners. We have been also recognized as the best insurtech and fintech company across the globe by winning lots of global awards. Our team is a combination of tech and insurance experts. We have over 100 people within our team. We have 500 years of insurance enterprise software experience, and this really helps us to deliver the best technology for the insurance industry. We also have some great investors. Our lead investor, Caribou Honig from Semper Grants, is known as the godfather of insurtech. So he's the founder of the largest insurtech conference in the world. We also have other US fintech and insurtech VCs that invested in Cargo, as well as strategic insurtech funds. This includes, for example, Noria Capital. Noria Capital is a Middle East insurtech fund that helps us grow in the Middle East. We have a clear path how to get to 1 billion within 4 or 5 years. Our ARR has already grown by over 30 times over the last 2 years, and our goal is to reach 50 million ARR within 4 years. How to get there? This is by increasing our pipeline. Our pipeline is already over 10 million USD, and by continue growing it by 4 times, we will reach 50 million ARR using our historical conversion rates. So to summarize, Cargo is a no-code platform for P&C, health and life, helping insurance companies to build and launch products within days with no IT development needed. And finally, we are looking for insurance companies, partners, as well as investors in the Middle East. We already have an office here, we already have presence in the Middle East, and we want to continue growing this region, and we want to work with local partners and investors. We are planning our Series B as well, so it will be a good timing for investors to reach out to us. You can see my contact details and also George. George is the regional director for the Middle East. He is based in Dubai, and he will be very happy to meet with you and work with you as well. So please do reach out to us, and thank you very much for your time.
My name is Sunil Rajan. I'm the co-founder of EPOP. At EPOP, we believe in thinking differently and challenging the status quo towards a true frictionless payment workflow that promotes sustainability. We've achieved this by creating a technology platform that connects consumers and retailers. And in doing so, we generate digital receipts for consumers and we empower deep customer insights for retailers. But let me begin by sharing how the retail landscape is shifting across 3 major trends. Firstly, what we're seeing is that customer behavior is changing. Last year, digital transactions increased by 24%. And in 2021, 90% of all transactions in North America and Europe were contactless as we move more towards a cashless society. Secondly, we're seeing a drive towards sustainability. 300 billion paper receipts were produced globally in 2021. And unfortunately, 90% of these receipts cannot be recycled because the paper receipt is coated with a thermal film called BPA. Now, BPA prevents the ink from fading, but unfortunately, the paper becomes a plastic hybrid and ends up in landfill. Thirdly, we're seeing a drive towards regulation driven by ESG and sustainability. So what are the pain points we see across both for customers and for merchants? Well, if you're a customer like me, then you would be experiencing the excruciating pain of these incredibly long receipts that seem to be getting only longer at checkout. Secondly, again, if you're like me, you're probably suffering from having receipts everywhere. Thirdly, we're seeing not just paper pollution, but also email pollution. As soon as you give your email address to a retailer, the floodgates of spam open and you lose your data privacy. On the merchant side, a different set of challenges. A recent Forrester report showed how 96% of retailers are challenged with collecting customer data, which means that they are unable to identify customer behavior, which in turn enables them to target those customers for customer acquisition, which is a major issue for retailers. And then there's the collective challenge for both consumers and retailers, where they are being challenged to be able to demonstrate environmental responsibility. The solution? The EPOP app. Users can download an easy-to-use, beautifully designed app, and all they need to do is upload their debit and credit cards, and they're ready to go. As soon as they make a payment with their payment card at a retailer, dynamically and digitally, the receipt is captured at the transaction level within the EPOP app. Secondly, all of those transactions are categorized into 15 areas, everything from travel to groceries to dining, taxis, and furthermore. And we are able to help a consumer to better budget and save because they get a sense of where their expenditure is across all their payment cards. Thirdly, consumers are able to have their privacy protected because they never need to divulge the email address. Retailers are able to connect to the consumer through the EPOP app to provide offers and promotions. Merchants receive access to our portal where they receive these dashboards, giving incredible insight to consumer behavior. Secondly, they get a heat map of the locality of those customers in relation to the store and also by how much they spend. Thirdly, they get to see a peer group analysis of their local competitors and where their customers are spending their money with themselves compared to their local competitors. Let's take a quick look at the competitor landscape. Now, EPOP competitors are a handful, and they're mainly focused on banking apps where they produce an API linked to a bank card only. The challenge with this, of course, is that consumers aren't able to see a complete view of their payments across other payment cards. EPOP is able to aggregate data and expenditure across all payment cards and across all retailers, aggregated into one app. Let's take a look at the opportunity here in terms of total addressable market. Right now, it's a $3 billion addressable market for EPOP. And this is, again, driven by what we're seeing from our engagement model. You see here a table describing our subscription-based approach. We price by transaction volume with a retailer, and enabling a retailer to grow within a pricing system in line with how much their customer growth is taking place. EPOP has lots of traction both with merchants and our partners across our ecosystem. We have a great list of technology partners. We are planting trees with our sustainability partners. Today we've planted 150,000 trees. We of course also have our strategic partners and also our venture and accelerator partners. We've already raised to this point $2 million. We are now starting our second raise for an additional $2 million to help us scale and develop more API connectivity to more retailers. And right now we're asking for a $2 million at a $17 million post-money valuation, which provides 1% equity at $170,000. We know and we're confident that we're able to execute because we are a fantastic team of financial technology experts, all with significant experience across retail, payment, and technology over the last 20 plus years. If you'd like to join EPOP on this mission for retailers and consumers to become more environmentally demonstratable, then please join us with EPOP. Thank you very much.
Finamaze is a group of two sister companies. Finamaze B2C for individual investors, regulated in Abu Dhabi global markets, with a category 3A license, the highest asset management license in the country, managing millions of dollars with hundreds of customers since November 2020, almost 2 years. And on the other hand, Finamaze Asset Management, software as a service, SaaS, owning the intellectual property, operating with a licensing model for family offices, asset management companies, and for banks. Currently, we are in RFP with one of the largest banks in the region, and out of the 24 global companies that participated into this RFP, Finamaze today is in the last round with 2 other European companies. So what is it that we do differently? It's certainly thanks to the large experience of our team. Pascal Duhamel, our chairman, after Morgan Stanley, he went to join Adia, Alessandro Chiavarini, my ex-boss at Morgan Stanley, who joined UBS afterwards. Yasmine Bekkari, after Morgan Stanley, went as an entrepreneur for real estate asset management. Georges Lambert, who managed $12 billion throughout his career with the 5th largest asset management firm in the world, the Capital Group, managing $3 trillion. And myself, Mehdi, I'm the CEO and founder, ex-Callion, Barclays Capital, and also Morgan Stanley alumnus. So we start in order to see how we can make the wealth management and the asset management better for investors and for fund managers. And the solution came from, on the one hand, the behavioral finance. You see, we do not agree with the model of classifying clients into 3, 4, or 5 categories between prudent, who will be investing 80% in fixed income and 20% in stocks. Moderate will be at 40-60 or 60-40, and aggressive will be 80% in stocks and 20% in fixed income. We believe that humankind it's much more diverse, and behavioral finance shows us that an investor could start with a moderate profile. When his portfolio makes a lot of gain, he could become prudent, and when he loses, he can become more aggressive, or vice versa. Our model identifies 4,000 different risk profiles. And the problem comes, how can a single asset manager or a single investment committee invest in 4,000 different ways in the same team? And this is FinAmaze hybrid human artificial intelligence solution. The asset manager, the fund manager, FinAmaze investment committee, FinAmaze investment committee with the banks, or only the investment committee of our client who happen to be an asset manager, continue on building the funds or the portfolios as they want, i.e. choosing securities and defining a weight for each security. And then the AI tailor-makes these weights to each individual investor, given the degrees of freedom that the human investment committee allows it to do. For example, if you have 100 customers investing in 10 different funds, each one of them will have his own micro portfolio. We call them smart folios. And the machine will be managing in total 1,000 different smart folios for 100 customers, each one investing in 10 funds. Taking into account the risk controls that each individual investor needs. Last but not least, which is something that is very much liked by the banks, is that once clients invest and once there is a rebalancing and once clients exit, our machine aggregates all the trades in order to send them for swift and automated execution with any broker, could be the broker of the bank, for example, and the broker replies with the trade that are executed. Our machine splits them among each portfolios, and each client receives an automated email. Our assets, stocks, fixed income, crypto, long-short strategies, inflation strategies, pure hedged strategies, soon capital guaranteed strategies, and private equity starting from $10,000. We are closing our pre-series A. So far, the firm has raised $5 million. We are looking for partnerships with banks, family offices, and asset managers. And why not for our Series A? Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, my name is Samer Yunus. I lead the ecosystem and partnership vertical within Wholesale Banking Group for Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. I'm very pleased to be speaking to you today as a representative for ADCB. Digital transformation is at the core of what we do here at ADCB. 75% of our clients are digitally onboarded in terms of retail banking. 96% are self-service customer requests coming in. And we had in Q3 2022, 12 digital releases between retail banking and wholesale banking. Strategically, we would like to make sure that we provide clients access 24/7 in a sustainable manner on the long term, and providing them the ease to do banking at their leisure, whether a CFO or a finance manager or an individual retail client. Whenever they are at the office, at home, traveling, at the airport, they should be able and they will be able to access ADCB services, transact with us regardless of their geographical location. FinTech Hive is a leading accelerator program in the GCC. Their regional and global presence is evident throughout the past couple of years. In 2022, ADCB decided to participate for their Sprint B with 2 problem statements. We've had an excellent interactions with them over the program or the Sprint B phase. And the solution that were presented to us at the moment, they are being looked at and assessed to identify what are the next steps in terms of engagement and how do we, the solution that got presented and identified to us through the assistance of the DIFC FinTech Hive. It's also important to note that there's a lot of things that we might have not been privy to or we did not think about that came to us during this presentation, which is very valuable and it can be built upon. We look at the startups as a long-term partnership where we can work with them hand by hand to deliver the proposition that ultimately benefits our clients and the organization overall.
Hi, I'm Sergio, and I represent FinTech OS. Well, it's a metaphor. It stands for FinTech Operating System. I know it sounds pretentious, but let's see where we started from. We're looking at a problem that the financial industry has dealt with for quite some time. If you know what you're looking after, you realize that there isn't that much customer data available. Every time when you try to pull data from all the sources into creating a customer 360 view, something is left outside. You need thousands of programmers and engineers that are well prepared in order to build the best-in-class software. And then once you have built that, it's difficult to engage with the final customers. It's slow to be built. By the time it's built, something has changed in the market. And you have to start all over again. This digital transformation never ends, and everybody knows it. What if we had built a magic wand that can actually start with creating a customer 360 view, can build new products and services against that particular segment of customers, can deploy new digital journeys against that customer, can administer and integrate that in an ever-evolving platform of products and services that a company can offer, and then go into identifying new opportunities, build more, build better, build something that the customers would use. And this is a part of a continuous improvement. And now, let's think for a moment about this article that has been there for quite some time in Anderson Horowitz. It says every company will be a fintech company. We believe that, and our customer pool proves it. Lenders, bankers, MGAs, insurers, but also retailers or telecom or agri-tech can build financial products and services to keep their customers connected. And they can build it in 3-4 months using a strong enough technology. Because we are looking at launching new products and services, then servicing those products right in front of the customers, and then expanding that pool of products and services. FinTech OS platform, this FinTech operating system that relies on data at the core. It relies on no-code, low-code for high productivity, relies on creating systems that are enterprise-ready because they are already including DevOps and security and compliance and observability and all the features that are needed. Now, do we compete with other people in the industry, or are we coming out of the blue? I'd say this is a debate here, because we have seen, many people in the financial software industry are just looking at creating the right verticals. Best lending program, best SME lending program, best SME lending program for a particular niche or something like that. On the other hand, you see high productivity tools that have been there in the industry for quite some time, but they are very generic. How about at the intersection of generic productivity tools and financial infrastructure software, we create this new category of high productivity fintech infrastructure that FinTech OS stands for. With that, any customer of ours can become an innovation powerhouse. They can build a continuous stream of products and services, service those products and services, deliver and engage to the next level, always evolving. If I'm just looking at one of our largest clients, by the way, Société Générale, they started with a very small, narrow problem of solving for lending at the point of sale in a partnership with a retailer. This evolved into a complex buy now, pay later system that has ample options for servicing and engaging, and has expanded into 11 countries. This is something that we have done in only 5 years. We have 50 clients like that all over the world. We're expanding as we speak. We are expanding here in the Middle East. And you know what? You can't really take a product that is valid in one country, valid in one market, and take it to another country and expect it to work. There are differences in culture, there are differences in currency, in financial system, in regulations, in everything. You need the power of openness, connectivity, of embeddability, of new software generation. And this is something that we provide. What we look after finding friends, finding companies that we can work with, finding partners that are reliable, that have the contacts in the market, such that we can take this product into this market and take this market to the level it deserves of being able to provide each customer, each person, with a level of financial services that they expect today. Open, embedded, connected, easy to use, at a fingertip, in your mobile phone, or anywhere where you need it. Thank you very much. Don't forget, FinTech OS, the future.
Hello everyone, my name is Carl Abu Zaid and I'm the founder of Funbot. My previous venture was a marketplace connecting logistics companies and trucking companies. The biggest problem that my users faced was delayed payments. This is where I decided to embed accounts receivables financing in my offering, allowing trucks to cash in their invoices immediately rather than wait for 90 days. I partnered with a bank and successfully financed over 1,000 transactions. However, the process was very manual and inefficient, which made it slow and expensive. This is where we wished there was a solution to all these problems. In 2020, I decided to start Funbot. Funbot is an infrastructure as a service that facilitates money movement between banks, buyers, and suppliers. By integrating with banks, we help them quickly launch two services: revenue-based lending and B2B buy now, pay later services. Our core features include relationship scoring, flexible configurations, payment automation, real-time data, KYC automation, state-of-the-art security, third-party integration, and a centralized lending operations dashboard. The current process is extremely manual and slow, inefficient and expensive, which leads to slow approval cycles and no data-driven decision. With Funbot, this is how the process would look like: automated, transparent, fast, and most importantly, scalable. The embedded financing market is huge. There are 151 active B2B marketplaces in the MENA region, where many are looking to embed financing operations in their offering. Their expected value of transactions by 2030 is $80 billion. We currently have a full-fledged scalable solution that is fully integrated and live with a large regional bank. We generate $120,000 of revenues and have a 5 years contract, annual recurring revenue contract with them. Our sales pipeline includes 6 banks and 3 marketplaces. We make money from 2 sources: a tier-based model from banks and a fee per transaction from marketplaces. We are addressing a global problem with a scalable technology. Our starting markets are UAE, KSA, Jordan, and Egypt. By 2024, we are looking to onboard 4 new banks and 24 new marketplaces with a total gross merchandise value of $140 million. To reach these numbers, we signed a 3 years partnership with Visa, a FinTech Connect partner, where we will co-sell Funbot with Visa's sales team. We already identified 6 new banks in the GCC and are in talks with them. We have a team of 6 people from diverse backgrounds such as engineering, business, and finance. We are raising $1.5 million to accelerate our sales pipeline and optimize our product integration.
My name is Rasmus Klaassen.
I am the CEO and co-founder of FundVest. FundVest is an investment platform for financial securities. Our long-term plan is to build a neobank, and we have started to work towards this goal by focusing exclusively on long-term investment services. We are here to solve long-term investing for 1 billion people. So, what is the actual problem we are solving? When we started off as a fund, our clients kept asking which platforms they should use if they want to invest money themselves. The competitive EU and MENA region landscape is currently made up of traditional banks and fintechs who are not focusing on the needs of their retail clients. They keep charging hidden or unhidden fees such as custody, withdrawal, and account management fees. The problem of fees and user centricity is being tackled by fintechs quite unsuccessfully, as they offer complex instruments and day trading, leaving users worse off financially than they were before. And we are here to solve this through innovative pricing by offering no minimum ticket, no minimum deposit, and no custody fees. Over 30 years, with an initial investment of 10,000 euros and a conservative buy and hold strategy, we are saving our clients over 20,000 euros compared to other fintechs. FundVest aims to become a social community so that our users can share their portfolios, socialize with other like-minded investors, and share educational materials. Well, there is a total of 65 million users for just these three biggest fintechs trying to solve the same problem from a different angle. And this amount of users is way less than the bank service. We see a huge opportunity here, as most people do not use any kind of investment services right now, and the only thing that is easily accessible to them are deposits. We are confident that we can solve the pain of long-term investing, and here you can see the final product and user interface. We are in the proof of concept phase. Therefore, this is just the beginning of the product line in which we plan to innovate and eventually release. FundVest is ready for Europe, and we are available to be downloaded already from App Stores and Google Play. We are using the launch campaign to gain initial traction, and our marketing efforts are then geared towards content creation. We have already invested considerable amount of time to organic marketing by creating our own podcasts and blog posts. Each market is different. Each country is different. We are hyper-localized, and our customer acquisition strategy is always tailored to each market and country separately. However, we are still using a mix of online, offline, and organic marketing with an emphasis on content creation. FundVest makes money by charging 0.35% per trade and 0.5% of currency value. We are very open about that. Compared to our competitors, we are priced much cheaper for a 1,000 euro trade. Our mission to conquer Middle East and North African market starts with United Arab Emirates. We are actively recruiting and finding partners in Dubai. We hope to be live here by the end of 2023. Our core team consists of experienced people from their respective fields. This includes central bank know-how by our head of compliance, banking service sales by our CMO, and building amazing products used by thousands by our CTO. We have a proven track record of getting a financial brokerage license in the European Union, and we have hired a team of regulatory and IT development superstars. We are here for two things: partnerships and growth capital. We are ready to partner up as we require local custody services, payment processing, and help in getting access to local exchanges. Capital is mostly needed to satisfy regulatory capital requirements, but also for hiring and creating awareness through marketing. So to conclude, we are looking for smart investors who can help us with their network and knowledge to help people grow their wealth with FundVest. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about FundVest.
Let me tell you the story of Inteligon. After spending 15 years in public and private debt markets, I have realized that our industry is addicted to spreadsheets and legacy tools that neither serve our clients well, nor provide the functionality that would empower employees to get better in their job. I often took a few days to build financial models and even longer to come up with risk and investment recommendations using legacy tools. And we were still about the big way from constructing an investment fund. All external communication with other portfolio managers or analysts often led to delays in implementing either risk or investment strategies, with siloed working environment leading to suboptimal outcome for clients. I was astonished that for 120 trillion asset class, an institutional investor took 2+ weeks to construct the bond portfolio. In 2018, I decided to change that and incorporated IntelliBonds. Since then, we developed 2 products, Credit Assist and Portfolio Assist. Credit Assist predicts credit ratings and generates forward-looking risk and trading recommendations while automating workflows. We empower credit risk analysts to cover large universe of issuers with algorithms assisting them along the way. Our second product, Portfolio Assist, connects workflows of analysts with those of portfolio managers, wealth advisors, treasurers, and so on. Using our intelligent tools and B2B client risk return objectives, our platform can construct any bond investment fund within minutes or optimize existing one, improving boost, investment returns, and operational costs. We aspire to develop the next generation of products that allow for transition from tools to digital assistants. We have already optimized investment process, reducing laborious tasks from days to minutes. We believe that we can go one step further, where each investment professional will have algorithms empowering them in their day-to-day tasks. Our products are offered to banks, asset, wealth managers, insurers, family offices, and hedge funds. We either sell directly via our distribution partners, data providers, or professional networks. These institutions spend approximately 100 billion annually on investment solutions and technology, with IntelliBonds aiming to capture 1% of this opportunity. We currently sell licenses directly, as well as through our partners. Our software licenses come with multiple datasets that have been integrated into the platform. The license cost per user is set at 25,000 annually for Credit Assist and 35,000 annually for Portfolio Assist, with enterprise licenses packages created based on specific client requirements. A client typically creates 100 times value in the first 3 months using our products. For example, uploading an existing portfolio of securities and optimizing for the same risk often yields 40 bips yield pickup, which translates to additional 2 million in investment return for the portfolio of 500 million. IntelliBonds is currently active in the US, Europe, and Asia with multiple trials, projects, and POCs across multiple segments. With our partner SimCorp, we have entered MENA region, and together with the help of FinTech Hive and local partners, we plan to grow our presence in the region. We commercialized our product late last year, with client engagements growing sharply across multiple market segments. In the remainder of this year, we expect to build a base for strong growth in revenue next year and beyond. Our team has currently 10 employees, with our advisory board having more than 150 years of experience in the fixed income markets. We partnered with London Business School, Oxford University, and UCL to combine best of academia with best of business. So what's our ask on you? Well, we are fundraising, hence looking for the investors. We are also looking for distribution partners that would like to grow with us. And we are equally keen to develop commercial relationships with DIFC members and beyond. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arib Siddiqui, and I'm the founder and the CEO of Kestrel, the Muslim Money app. Now, Kestrel was born because I was fed up. I was fed up of knowing exactly what it was I wanted out of life, but having no idea how I was going to get there, when I was going to be able to do these things, and where to turn to for help. The problem was that I am a Muslim, which means that I require a specific kind of finance that avoids interest and other activities deemed to be unethical. Unfortunately, the solutions offered by Islamic banks in the West are often too expensive, have a terrible user experience, which results in very poor levels of trust amongst myself and millions of other Muslims in the Western world. And it was out of this frustration that Kestrel was born. Kestrel is a service that helps Muslims to grow their wealth without compromising on their beliefs. And we do that with our consumer app and also with our software as a service for banks. Our consumer app works by answering each of those three questions. How is with our budgeting tool? We use open banking to pull in real data from our users' bank accounts to create a bespoke budget just for them based on their spending habits and income to tell them how much they can and should be saving every month. When are with our Kestrel Savings Eggs, where users can view their goals on a bespoke timeline and then they can save towards them automatically as they spend, allowing them to chart their progress as they go. And where is with our Sharia investment universe, a collection of third-party Sharia compliant products for users to view, compare and purchase directly through our app. We've also launched our own products such as our Sharia stock screening tool and soon our own ETFs. Now, everything our app can do is completely offered to third-party banks via our software as a service APIs, as we're doing in Malaysia with our partner bank, Bank Islam, right now. Now, this is far from a problem limited to just the UK, and we see the total addressable market as being well over £1 billion a year. And that's just looking at markets where we have a presence in already, or we know a lot about, multiplied by our assumed product pricing and uptake. Now, how do we make money? Kestrel has achieved already month-on-month profitability as of May of this year, and that's through 4 distinct channels. First are through subscriptions of our app, which we offer a freemium and will offer all the way up to a £4.99 a month tier. Second, we make a small amount through commissions offered through the third-party marketplace. Third, through our software as a service subscription tier for banks. And finally, doing custom mobile development and design builds for any banks who require them. Now, thankfully, I don't have to do all of this on my own, and my own skills, which are in management consulting and fintech strategy, are combined with my co-founders who've worked in Islamic banking out in Malaysia, financial services in the UK, in tech, in both on B2B and on B2C, and also data science. We've built up a bespoke team of 12 full-time employees in Malaysia, all devoted to development as well. So we're not the only people in this space, but we truly differentiate ourselves on 2 factors. First, by offering a truly superior user experience by virtue of having our entire design and development team in-house. Secondly, by literally learning 10 times more about our customers via being the only open banking enabled Islamic fintech on the market right now. And secondly, by getting access to millions and millions of lines of customer data via our software as a service offering, which we can anonymize and use to strengthen our algorithms. Now, we've seen a fair bit of traction already. From a user perspective, we have over 6,000 active users using our platform at the moment. We signed our first software as a service client in Bank Islam. We make £300,000 a year in annual recurring revenue, and we're cash flow positive as of this year. From a product perspective, we launched our budgeting tool in April of last year, followed by an investment marketplace, our stock screener, acquired our first banking client, and we've just been invested into by Techstars London and have been covered in a number of publications as well. We're now looking to raise £2 million at a pre-money valuation of £10 million. That funding will enable us to go from 1 B2B client all the way to between 3 to 6 over the next 18 months, achieve a £1 million a year of annual recurring revenue, acquire around 50,000 active users, which ultimately will help us to achieve product market fit in the Western world with our consumer product. And the roadmap ahead looks at us launching our savings pots, the eggs, in December of this year, followed by an intense B2B acquisition in Malaysia, where our team is based, as also in Indonesia, where we're exploring right now, to eventually launching our own funds by the end of next year, early 2024. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Today, I'm going to introduce TradeTrip, our blockchain-based cross-border trade platform. The platform can be used for providing trade finance to small and medium enterprises. Let us look at a case study to understand the problems in the current cross-border trade ecosystem. Anyone who has been involved in shipping cargo or parcels across borders know how paper-intensive, manual, and time-consuming the process is. Now, if there are delays in the process, like for instance during the pandemic, or paper documents are lost, not transmitted, or delayed, This can cause disruption in the supply chain. This disproportionately affects the small and medium enterprises. Another problem is the financing of the production of the goods for shipment based on an order. Small and medium enterprises face difficulty in providing creditworthiness and thus have difficulty in assessing trade finance. The lack of reliable records for transactions does not help the process. We have developed TradeTrip platform especially to help the small and medium enterprises with their cross-border trade. TradeTrip relies on 3 pillars to make this happen. The first pillar is digitization using blockchain technology. The complete cross-border trade process is digitized and the records are stored on the blockchain. This is an immutable record with date stamps that provide the transaction history across time for all the stakeholders. The platform is a secure, encrypted environment which we have developed to comply with the articles of the United Nations Model Law on Electronic Transfer of Records. The last leg is the TradeTrip automates the cross-border trade through smart contracts and can also tokenize using NFTs. TradeTrip uses a combination of blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, 2D QR codes, and deep learning based text recognition to enable cross-border trade. We have developed the TradeTrip platform in 2019 for more than $1 trillion USD cross-border trade opportunity. We then completed the proof of concept in our labs. In 2020, we were selected to the Port Excel Accelerator Program Singapore track. In 2021, we are selected to the Project Accelerator Program again in Singapore. In 2021, we were selected as a technology service provider to the Maritime and Port Authority Singapore's EBL call for proposal. This year, we have planned 2 pilot projects involving a Japan-Singapore cross-border food project, and second, we have planned an integration of TradeTrip for a UK-based customer. The TradeTrip platform stakeholders include banks, shippers, consignees. Since we have implemented the platform to work with our stakeholders, no modifications are needed. It is implemented using open APIs and so can be easily integrated with any platform. Our team consists of experienced engineers who have been working on the platform since 2019. We have built the platform completely in-house and we have the expertise and experience to implement the platform. Our business model consists of 2 go-to-market plans. The first is basically we want to promote the platform as a software as a service. We plan to charge 2% for every transaction. The second is basically a sale of a white label solution based on the number of users, nodes, etc. etc. Our ask for this initiative is basically we would like to engage with partners who are involved in cross-border trade or supply chain initiatives for pilot projects. I've included a video of the platform in work, and I'm glad to receive feedback or comments on the platform and look forward to any engagement. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Lucia Newnham and I'm the COO at Nautilus. We specialize in confidential computing to change how we share data. The world's digitally excluded population, accounting for more than 50% of the globe that does not own a smartphone, cannot benefit from access to digital assets. Today, data can neither be owned like property or contracted like labor. Resulting frictions in data markets prevent creators from effectively monetizing this data. In a nutshell, data creators have difficulty in owning their data and benefiting from trading it without loss of ownership, privacy, and provenance. Nautilus Wallet was the first product we brought to market, providing universal access to digital assets for users without smartphones. Leveraging on the privacy-preserving infrastructure we're building with Nautilus Trusted Compute, we're extending the same privacy and security benefits for low-income sector groups to have access to and and participate in the digital economy. One of the many reasons we consider the UAE was the Central Bank of the UAE announcing in July last year its plans to roll out a central bank digital currency. Now, for any digital currency that uses blockchain, a key issue is extending the legal tender to the population that does not have access to smartphones, where we help bridge the gap. Additionally, in discussions with commercial banks we're involved with, the same issue arises when wanting to use stable coins to make cross-border remittances faster and cheaper. But how do they cater for the demographic that doesn't have smartphones? Where we fit in. Transaction value in just the UAE for the digital remittances segment is projected to reach $6.32 billion this year, with expected annual growth of 5.82% through 2027. Nautilus Trusted Compute helps data creators manage their digital rights and enables third parties to run computations on encrypted data. Since we're building a general purpose platform, there are many applications, opportunities, and verticals. Essentially, data that sat dormant with its owners because of the inability to securely share data or combine pool sets with other parties can now be monetized for analytics without revealing the underlying data. So what are our competitors up to? Mama Money, at face value, is a big competitor to the Nautilus wallet. Around since 2013 with annual revenue of $55.7 million, operating in Africa, Asia, and Europe, and adoption increasing over 600% over the last 3 years. A recent partnership with Western Union giving them access to the entire global payments network. However, like many of our other competitors, access requires a smartphone. This is where Nautilus sees itself as a potential partner, providing a solution that solves for the problem of more than 50% of the globe not having regular access to a smartphone. Secretarium is a good example of a competitor on Trusted Compute. With a recent valuation of $400 million, founded in 2016, operating in North America and Europe. They secured seed round funding from IQ Capital and won the solution for the global CBDC challenge hosted by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The key difference between our solution and our competitors is baked into our business model. B2C, allowing for broad end user adoption, where digital rights tokens for running computations on specific data sets are traded. Where we enable our users to monetize their data in a general purpose platform, our competitors are focusing on bespoke B2B solutions. In 2022, we focused on our financial services vertical with banks and blockchain firms. In 2023, we'll launch our healthcare vertical and aim for growth in our academia vertical, building out our business development and marketing team to work on customer acquisition specifically, a necessary step as we expand into alternative sectors and verticals. Nautilus Wallet is strictly B2B and pricing is different for pilots and live environments, as the latter, with our current and prospective clientele, is usually of national or regional scale. Transactions exceeding 10 million are subject to a 0.1% fee on top of a license fee. Trusted Compute is B2C, earning 5% on revenue generated by data owners when selling DRTs. For organizations that want to use the infrastructure internally, our model is B2B for a license at $25,000 per annum. We're a young company launched in Q4 of 2021, backed by research coming out of the University of Cape Town. We used part of our initial pre-seed funding to file patents globally. By the end of Q1 this year, we had successfully secured a commercial agreement with a large blockchain multinational working on CBDC projects and pilots. We are in discussion with large South African banks for extended commercial agreements to work on their imminent projects. The team has grown since, and we received a prestigious award in the financial inclusion category for our Nautilus Wallet at the Digital Currency Conference held in Washington in February, where several payments innovation companies, banks, and central banks were in attendance. We had a successful extended pre-seed raise in July to grow our team. Our founder and CEO, Professor George, an associate professor at the University of Cape Town. He has held visiting positions at MIT, Oxford, Princeton, Columbia, and is the South African Reserve Bank Chair for Financial Innovation, as well as previously serving for 10 years at Deutsche Bundesbank, the German central bank. Our head of engineering, Joe Beshenik, has many years of experience in senior roles, complex projects, and has held research positions prior to joining us at Nautilus. As a collective, we believe we have the skills and experience required to realize our mission and vision of changing how we use data and addressing financial and digital inclusion. We are currently looking to raise $2 million to continue development of our work and strategic growth, building a strong business development and marketing team to help us drive this growth and break into new markets and verticals next year. Thank you for taking the time to hear us out today, and we hope you are as excited as we are to see Nautilus succeed.
Dieter from Online Application, and we're making mortgages easier, faster, and better for everybody. We do this through offering a single solution that takes care of all the mortgage origination needs. There's two problems in the world of mortgages. One is that it's really expensive to create mortgages. The estimates are that it's at least $7,500 just to make the process occur, and that's not good for banks. They spend billions of dollars every year on doing this. The other problem is that customers hate the process too. They don't like it, and it's slow, and it's arduous, and people don't even know where to begin sometimes. So we fix that through what we call a one-touch mortgage, and that means in a very fast, mobile solution, you can get through the entire mortgage process and do everything that you need quickly, inexpensively. You save the bank money, you save the customer time, and in doing this, everybody wins. The real world validation is to be seen. We took a bank that started working with us. We created a system for them, and in about 8 months, they saw huge growth of their loans. They saw billions in applications that they might not have seen otherwise. The growth was 400%, and we do this by offering Fortune 500 technology at a local bank price. It doesn't have to be the case that only the biggest banks can afford this technology anymore. We're creating a more democratized and fair financial system with the way that we do things. And in this system, everybody can win. The customer wins, the bank wins, the advisor wins. It's lender focused, we have great support. It's all there to encourage collaboration and digital optimization. And we take away the pain. With one license, you get everything you need to do to get your application, to get the documentation that goes with that, the compliance that you need, text messages, automatic reminders. We have artificial intelligence, we have biometrics, we have machine read and open banking. All of these enabling technologies built towards making a better and faster mortgage solution. And the banks are going to have to change. 2 reports came out that showed that the biggest concern amongst community banks in the USA is their ability to keep lending. They need more customers. At the same time, Freddie Mac and Forbes did a report, and it showed that despite knowing that they need to do this, only 16% of banks have gone digital in any way. And that means that there's a lot of them that are lagging behind, so there's everything to play for. What we do is we empower both the advisors and lenders through 3 distinct solutions. We have a solution for advisors, lenders, and also for life insurance companies. We already work with the best there is in Ireland. In the Irish market, we're doing exceptionally big work. And these names that you see on the screen are household names. We've got the biggest real estate company in the country is our client. The biggest banks in the country, they're also working with us as paying customers. The largest online property advertisement company or online realtor is also a client of ours. And if you look at what people say about us, you can see where we're going. G2.com is like a trust pilot for SaaS companies. And it ranks companies based on what people say about them, not what we say about ourselves. And you can see that we are seen as a high performance, very customer-centric, successful firm. We just need to increase our market presence. These are based on real reviews from real people that we have no influence on. Our traction so far is that we have over 30 regulated clients between banks, brokerages, and a life company. We're set to achieve income of about $500,000 this year, possibly far higher if certain deals close within this calendar year, and we're going to grow that to about $2 million next year. The monetization plan is that we charge our customers $1,000 a month. We charge between $3,500 and $7,000 a month for banks, and in the USA, where they're spending about $112 billion a year on mortgage origination, we only need to obtain about 2 or 3% exposure in that market. And if we charge on transaction costs $500, if we can save a bank thousands in the process, that can quickly turn into $150 million income per year. So how this story ends is we want to continue to double every year like we've done so far and keep that process up and then get an exit and reward our team and our investors in the process. Our team at the moment is strong. It's a very diverse team. We have a great technical side, we have a great business side. Some of the people on our team are industry leaders in their own right. I've been in mortgages for 20 years. Ruan O'Donoghue, our CTO, actually wrote the only book I think that is out there on designing accelerated mobile pages. And our team is actually spread across the world. So we take the best of talent that we can find anywhere. In terms of the structure of what we do, you can see that it's a SaaS that's business to business, and we also have a two-sided element to it as well. What we're asking for now is for you to invest in us. We are raising $2 million of funding on a $7.5 million pre-money valuation. My contact details are below, and if you would like to find out more, we can send you the full due diligence file. Thank you.
Good day. My name is Gary Lyons, co-founder and CEO of RegTick, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to tell you about our RegTick platform today. In short, RegTick is your simple, clear path to compliance. We have an ambitious plan to change how regulated institutions fulfill their compliance obligations. We want to be the app store for regulation. Simply log on to our platform, select the regulation, and let the platform guide you. RegTick creates a new, wider compliance ecosystem, bridging seamless but secure collaboration across existing and emerging compliance infrastructure, connecting remote teams and facilitating real-time access to workflows, in effect, taking the complexity out of your compliance. So what is the problem? Well, since the 2008 financial crisis, there has been a significant increase in the number and complexity of regulations. Banks are under increasing pressure to evidence compliance, but despite the high levels of investment, not everyone is getting it right. There have been almost $32 billion worth of fines for non-compliance since 2008. In the UK alone, fines are currently running at some $5,000 per minute. This is because banks' operating models are not designed to adapt in an agile way to implement regulatory transition programs. But RegTick can help by providing the single point of truth across your entire regulatory ecosystem. Our SaaS platform solution provides a digital bridge to connect teams, data, technology, and processes to create one single trusted view of the tasks required to comply with regulations. Uniquely, the RegTick platform builds an audit record of all steps taken so that you can reduce the cost of future audits and regulatory inspections. Our RegTick platform delivers real, significant value to our clients. Savings in project resource, project status reporting, in duplication of spreadsheet data and processes. Our health checks identify compliance issues and data cycles become real-time, not weekly or fortnightly in arrears. The competitor landscape, well, there are a number of indirect competitors, broadly speaking, visual and reporting platforms and enterprise governance, risk and compliance platforms. The key USP, however, is that RegTick has been designed and built from the ground up in collaboration with the end user. We sit in the sweet spot between traditional project management platforms and graphics type packages. RegTick can give you this visual representation coupled with the ability to actually work on the data real time. Our target market, well, is the global fintech market alone is expected to reach over $330 billion by the year 2028. Where there is a process, regulation, law or standard in any regulated sector, RegTick can operate. There are no boundaries to scaling RegTick, save our imagination. As to customer acquisition, we have a B2B SaaS model, but can be direct B2C. We have a director of sales and a number of strategic alliances which generate market leads for us. We have 4 key market segments: financial institutions, alternative legal service providers or lawyers, consultancy firms and regulators. Our business plan, well, we have a simple SaaS model. We charge a base cost per module, and then the client can add in further functionality as their needs require. We have a low base operating cost, the company is fully funded, and the tech has been fully developed and tested. We have a healthy runway to give you confidence that we will be here for the whole journey with you. Our traction? Well, since incorporating the company, we have built the platform, funding the development ourselves. We have secured a gold level innovation award by the UK Department for Trade and Industry, secured several proof of concept pilots. We are in advanced discussions with a national regulator about our ambitious vision for how RegTech can be the digital bridge between the regulator and the regulated. And we are being onboarded by IBM to become one of their independent software vendors. We have also successfully concluded a seed funding round. Our team, well, we have a diverse, very experienced team. Jerry, my co-founder, and I alone have over 50 years sector experience. The full team, over 100. I have a legal background and was previously a Scotland Yard Serious Fraud Office detective. Jerry has worked at most of the world's top banks, managing numerous multi-million-dollar compliance and regulatory projects at C-suite level. We are not a group of software developers who have dreamt up a platform and are now desperately searching for a problem to reverse it into. Rather, we are seasoned, experienced professionals within the sector. We know where the problems and the bottlenecks are, and we have designed a platform to address these issues. Our ask: we would appreciate the opportunity to work with you, to develop a proof of concept project so that you can see firsthand just what RegTech can do for you. We do not seek funding, we seek the opportunity to collaborate with you to demonstrate the real benefits of our RegTech platform. We can either work with you to bespoke an instance of the platform for a specific regulation you may have in mind, or alternately, you can use one from our regulatory library, the likes of ESG or operational resilience, to test the functionality. The choice is yours. We thank you very much for listening today.
Smartest Crow, linking FinTech and TradeTech. Hi, my name is Alessandro Malerba and I am the CFO of Smartest Crow. We are a FinTech that provides technology and data to connect small and medium enterprises with financial institutions to finance purchase order. Today, there is a gap between the supplier and its large distributor due to a lack of financial resources of the SME. The supplier starts to produce their products without the support of an invoice, only through a purchase order. When a distributor, let's say Carrefour for the retail industry, places an order with the supplier, provides me with 20 pallets of chicken mortadella, the order is not converted into an invoice until the product is in the warehouse of the clients. This purchase order is not financed directly by a financial institution, but they offer other solutions such as financing invoices that we do not yet have, or loans and credit lines that require a collateral. So how to turn a purchase order into an invoice? This is the real question. The solution is by combining technology that come from two different worlds, the world of logistics and the world of finance. We rely on EDI, Electronic Data Interchange, a standard used worldwide, the equivalent of SWIFT but for the logistics sector. Banks interchange money by using SWIFT, retailers interchange goods by using EDI. The supplier gives us access to its EDI communication, which allows us to know when he received the order from his customer, when it's ready to be sent to the warehouse, when it's arrived at the customer warehouse, whether the invoice has been issued, and when it has been paid. Thanks to EDI, the purchase order became an invoice. Based on this data that comes from EDI, using artificial intelligence, we have developed a scoring system that allows us to reduce dramatically the lending risk. We have developed also a milestone cash-out system. Thanks to our Smartest Crow account, a banking current account with our EDI connector plugged in, the money is disbursed based on the principal milestones of the order. A certain percentage when the order has been received, another when it's ready to be sent, another percentage when it's arrived in the warehouse, and so on and so forth. We control in real time the whole process of manufacturing and delivery of the order because we participate in the secure communication EDI between the supplier and its large customers. This allows us to trace the complete flow of the borrowing money, ensuring that the financing is directed exclusively to the production of the order. So no more gaps between the supplier and its large clients, because now any lender could provide the capital to finance purchase order to the SME. This is an overview of our pipeline and also our three-layer architecture. From one side, we are developing connector that extracts valuable data normally not available for lenders and banks. Using artificial intelligence, we built on the data different kind of scoring system that will be applied for different use cases, such as the purchase order finance that we are presenting today. Regarding our position into the competitor landscape, we can observe that it's very crowded when we talk about non-specialized funding solutions, such as, for example, general loans or loans on working capital. But there is still plenty of room in the arena of the purchase order finance above in the chart, which represent the highest level of specialization in working capital funding. When we talk about the working capital financed today by FinTech, the market size is actually 3 billion euro in Europe, 6 billion in UK, and 29 billion in the world. And with a great potential of growth, considering that the total working capital financed by all actors, including banks, is 400 billion euro. Our direct clients are credit companies, financial institutions, and indirectly the financed small and medium enterprise. Usually we cap banks with direct sales, and they provide their SME to be financed. Actually, we have two financial institutions among our shareholders that provide us with a huge base of SME. We have a very simple pricing model, a monthly fixed license fee between 1,000 euro and 10,000 euro according to volumes, and a variable fee of 3 euro per SME analyzed and 1 euro per order financed. We are working today with the third most important bank in Spain, CaixaBank, with the top 1 credit insurance company in Spain, and with the leading online credit platform in Europe, which is Crealsa. We have financed 28 million with more than 120 different suppliers, 24,000 operation finance, 240,000 document AD analyzed, and at the moment, 0 default. We have a great team, expert in logistics, in finance, in technology, and in innovation. We are open for a strategic partnership in the region with an Emirati bank or a financial institution, and we are also open for funding. Thank you for listening. Marius Crow, Willing FinTech and TradeTech.
Hi, my name is Alex McRae, and I'm the Vice President of Digital Partnerships, FinTech and Ventures for Visa in Central and Eastern Europe, Middle East and Africa. As the first and largest FinTech accelerator in the Middle East and North Africa, DIFC FinTech Hive is a natural partner for Visa. And as your 6th cohort comes through, it's an appropriate time to reflect on the invaluable contribution you have made to our entire ecosystem over the years. By providing a platform for innovative financial technology startups to showcase their solutions, DIFC FinTech Hive has functioned as fertile ground for us to identify prospective partners to work with. We're incredibly proud of the work we've done with the DIFC FinTech Hive over the years, and we've been able to form strategic partnerships with several of your alumni. These partners have gone on to develop cutting-edge solutions, driving next-gen digitalization across the economy. I'm also really pleased to see the relationship between Visa and DIFC FinTech Hive reach new heights in 2022. Your Executive Vice President was a judge at the Visa Everywhere Initiative CEMEA Regional Finals earlier this year. Meanwhile, Visa was also co-lead sponsor of the DIFC FinTech Week in June. Furthermore, your annual report on the latest trends in FinTech and investment funding is a rich source of knowledge and insights for key partners like ourselves. Visa's enjoyed a very fruitful relationship with DIFC FinTech Hive, and we look forward to our continued collaboration for many years to come. Tomorrow's wave of startups will be instrumental in creating and driving future innovation in the payments space for both businesses and consumers across the payments ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Randy Buttar, the founder of Surety. Today I'll be discussing our plans to lead the market in digital compliance software and how you can come on the journey with us. Whether you're a fintech, challenger or well-established firm, there is a tsunami of regulations that you must adhere to successfully run your business. On top of this, there's increased scrutiny from supervisors which can result in massive fines or even suspension. Combating this means having to allocate significant resource and budget to compliance activities. Getting this wrong creates operational risk and massive barriers to doing business. Getting this right, however, equates to a competitive edge. We polled the industry and we found that most participants are lacking the tools needed to interpret compliance and are finding it difficult when dealing with multiple regulations. We also found that they struggle to quantify and measure compliance in a tangible way. Finally, most are lacking a joined-up end-to-end solution to manage their compliance lifecycle, and this is where Surety comes in. With AI-driven document management, efficient workflows, and evidence-based reporting, we address the fundamental challenges within regulatory compliance today. Essentially, Surety takes regulatory documents and breaks them down into segments rendered on screen using a form of artificial intelligence. These segments are then interpreted into controls, which are linked to evidence requirements, meaning that you achieve direct traceability from regulatory text to the areas of your organization that are impacted. The workflow enables measurement using an evidence-based scoring method, which can be extended into independent verification where needed. Progress is visualized via a suite of dashboards that provide actionable insights at a granular level, giving management a clear view of the gaps and remediation requirements that they need to close. The lifecycle completes with our inbuilt reporting engine through which disclosures can be made to senior management and regulators alike. We've built this all on the Microsoft Azure cloud technology stack with key security features to protect your data. And this is the team making it happen. My background is 14 years of compliance delivery across multiple global banks. John has established strong credentials working for the UK regulator as well as multiple banks. Richard is a renowned RegTech leader, and both Tony and Ilana bring strong advisory know-how in the areas of marketing and sustainability. Together we have a strong track record and are confident in our ability to realise the Surety vision that we lay out for you here today. Surety will be participating in a global software ecosystem with a market size of over $2.5 billion and a CAGR of over 18%. Our target markets are even more vast. If we look at one segment, alternative lending, the market size is nearly $1 billion in the UK alone. So with this in mind, we will focus on two key verticals: financial services and sustainability. Sustainability is a mega trend with a truly global impact. Companies today must transform their operating models and supply chains to meet their net zero targets. Surety Green, our sustainability offering, will help them ensure that their targets are clearly set and met in a way that prevents greenwashing and puts their company on a clear path towards a sustainable future. The competitive landscape is very far from being saturated due to the vast demand for compliance solutions. We will compete on our client configurability, superior technology, and vision to create a regulatory marketplace in which our offerings will grow exponentially with each client. Our clients are offered a SaaS subscription model, which is differentiated by their profile. We aim to serve startups, scale-ups, and enterprise organizations alike. Our revenue pipeline will be driven via B2B marketplaces hooking into the procurement networks of most financial service and blue-chip companies, as well as this via strategic partnerships that leverage well-established supplier relations. So, we have launched and are zeroed in on our home market of the UK as well as the UAE and Saudi markets. We plan to extend to other jurisdictions in the coming years, continuing to demonstrate the scalability of the platform. In a very short space of time, we've onboarded early adopters, and we are seeing our partnerships and distribution channels growing on a monthly basis. We've been sponsored by Microsoft and are available via their AppSource B2B marketplace. In addition, we've signed an MOU with the GRI, a renowned organization providing sustainability standards around the world. And so, we present two opportunities to you today. Firstly, we are inviting strategic partners to take part in our current equity funding round. At a time where discretionary spend is heavily scrutinized, solutions delivering operational efficiency are considered safe and stable investments, making Surety an appealing part of any investment portfolio. Secondly, we're offering the chance to trial the platform so we can demonstrate firsthand how Surety can help you deliver compliance with confidence and ongoing control. Your time today has been truly appreciated, and we look forward to speaking to you about Surety very soon. Thank you very much.
Hello, My name is Yassin Rahmi. I am one of the co-founders of Sigma AI. We have launched Sigma AI in March 2021 with an objective to help insurance companies in auto-claim settlements by offering transformational technologies based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Many of us have had car accidents before. It is usually a painful and a traumatic event. And to add insult to injury, the time it takes to get a paycheck or get the car fixed is long and very inconvenient. Why? Because the accident settlement process is still a process that requires considerable human intervention, especially in the most important part of finding car damages and estimating the associated costs. The human intervention to detect and estimate repair costs makes the settlement process inefficient and slow, makes the insurance company totally dependent on third-party external experts, which in some cases makes them subject to fraud and overpayment, and not able to double-check all the quotations internally. And most importantly, insurance companies need to wait days, if not weeks, to get the full report and allocate the necessary funds. In Sigma AI, we have created the perfect solution to solve all of these problems. So with a simple photo using a mobile phone or a camera, our system can detect car damages and estimate repairs costs in seconds using artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. The insurance company then gets a detailed report including damages and repair estimations in matters of minutes and can act accordingly. The key benefits of our solution is that the insurance company gets real-time info of the extent of the damage, accident information, and initial repair estimates on the fly. They can then handle the claim internally and put the adequate internal, human, and financial resources. They save time and money by cutting the cycle of settlements, elimination of fraud, and by reducing additional costs, such as replacement cars, expert consultation, and so on. They get high customer satisfaction because of the fast settlements and impartial expertise, and they get full autonomy and no dependence on third-party experts. Our main customers are insurance companies, but our solution could work perfectly for fleet management companies, car manufacturers, and repair garages. All of our competitors are in Europe and the US. Two of them, are Tractable and Shift, are already unicorns. What is unique about Sigma AI is the localized car damage estimation logic that goes hand in hand with the insurance company's logic, especially in the question of repair versus replace. Our system is built to process photos taken from any angle and could be an end-to-end solution for auto insurance sector in both detection damages and the underwriting phase or claim settlement phase. Our revenue model is a SaaS model where we offer car damage inspection or car damage inspection plus report. We have already had several POCs with car rental agencies and now with the car insurance company, and we plan to participate in fairs and events internationally and request meetings with auto insurance in the MENA region to present our product and its reliability. One of our first insurance clients is Wafa Insurance in Morocco, one of the biggest insurances and in Africa as well, and through our partnership they were able to offer fast checks to clients with simple accidents and better serve clients with more serious ones. They were able to cut the claim cycle by 10 times on average and save around 20% of extra costs. Again, my name is Yassin Rahmi. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Sigma AI. We have a strong and diverse co-founders team in the field of AI, risk, insurance, and marketing with a combined 60 years of experience. We are open to start partnerships with auto insurance companies and fleet management companies in the UAE and the GCC regions. Thank you and looking forward to meeting with you.
Hello, my name is Izhar Yeli and I'm the CEO of TenorX. TenorX created a platform that embeds the regulatory and compliance requirement within the payment and its flow. We're four founders with more than 40 years of experience of building banks, payment solutions, and fintech with 4 exits and 1 unicorn. You know, when you're sending a wire through your bank and then it gets stuck somewhere and your bankers start calling you, asking you for documents, for invoices, for contracts, and a lot of very different questions. This is exactly the problem we're looking to solve. We built a new process that enables financial institutions to control their relationship through a new best practice which we called KYT, Know Your Transaction. Our platforms enrich the payment information and answers 250 compliance questions with thousands of data sources. Then it matches the new data set to the risk appetite of the corresponding bank, the receiving bank, and then they use us as a processing tool. Our solutions allows banks to create better margins, better operational efficiency, enhance the compliance requirement, and of course give better user experience while focusing on making business. Our pricing model is based on a per transaction cost with a minimum monthly fee. Our target market is small to medium banks with a target ACV of $350,000 a year. We acquire clients through our direct sales team and, more importantly, through our many different channel partners such as core banking systems, consulting companies, and financial institution system integrators. Although we started the company just 2 years ago, we already have a product in production with 17 signed clients. 5 of them are already active on the platform. We're pre-revenue that will start flowing in the next 3 to 4 months, and we have a very mature pipeline. We're looking to raise $2 million as an extension round for our last round, which was $5 million. We already have a leader, and we're looking to raise an additional $1.5 million from these two. Thank you so much, and I wish you a pleasant day.
TenurX embeds the compliance requirements within the payment and its flow, providing all the required features to establish and maintain efficient, productive, and scalable payments operations and compliance. The respondent's financial institution sends the payment instruction to the correspondent bank on their chosen messaging system. The correspondent bank receives the payment instruction and transfers them to the TenurX platform through a simple API. Each message is automatically extracted, enriched, reviewed, and assessed to find missing or incorrect information. TenurX builds the story behind the payment for the correspondent bank. TenurX approaches different external data sources to answer the complete compliance needs of the correspondent bank by answering 250 data points about the payment. Using the external vendors, the primary payment data is enriched. When required information is not found outside the parties, TenurX creates an automated request for information to your counterparty on your behalf. The message is converted into a unified digital transaction certificate, which we call the DTC. A screening process helps uncover risk alerts hidden in the payment, such as nested activity, ultimate debtors, ultimate creditors, and if they are sanctions or PEPs. This new complete dataset is now assessed against our customer, the correspondent bank. Predefined scenarios combined with routing rules and risk appetite rules, which we call the program. The system will then divert to the next steps according to the program-specific rules. The system will generate a complete payment instruction once the payment is approved. Payment instructions are linked to every DTC and sent back in the required messaging format to the correspondent bank. The correspondent bank will efficiently execute the payment on its local grid to finish the transaction with the beneficiary bank. How does it benefit you? Creating full interoperability, enabling high efficiency, and providing better compliance in a secure way and real time. Join our movement to redefine correspondent banking to provide cross-border and domestic payment business.
Hi everyone, I will present to you through our ecosystem for cardless payments and loyalty services. I am Sotiris Rimakezis, and along with Panos Zepos, the co-founder and chief product officer, we have been together for 20 years producing innovative products and services. Among those, we are proud to have created Winbank, the most successful digital banking platform for Greece and Southeastern Europe, and to launch the most successful bank-wide digital transformation program in Eurobank. We have also worked together for Praxia Bank, the first bank that aimed to be the first digital bank in Greece. What we have noticed all these years working with banks and the whole market, the retail market especially, is that merchants have a huge cost because of fees and commissions caused by the cards, expensive equipment like terminals, payment gateways, and so on, extensive fraud, which happens because cards were not created to work on the internet. And they also bear a huge sales at risk because of 3D Secure and several other security measures that have to be imposed. This cost is rapidly increasing, at least 10% year on year for Europe. In Greece it is 25% year on year. So this means an even higher cost for merchants in the coming years. This is only because of cards, because there is also an unknown enormous cash handling cost for merchants. All this accounts for hundreds of billions to be paid by merchants in Europe and all the world in the next few years. In Europe specifically, the whole spending is 3.7 trillion euros. Out of that, 2.6 trillion is spending with cards, and this accounts to more than 26 billion cost for Europe because of commissions and several other costs. On the other hand, merchants do not own loyalty systems, especially the small and medium ones. The large ones, the large retailers, they own some loyalty systems, but they are old school and they're not digital at all. At most. There are inadequate direct marketing tools, especially for merchants in the physical world and more especially for small merchants. And eventually, when merchants want to sell, they have to share the profits with marketplaces. Additionally, they have outdated operations on how to handle their payments and when to collect their money. And all this ends up to poor marketing facilities for merchants. On the other hand, consumers rarely get something when they pay. And when they do, it's insignificant. Their loyalty offerings that they use, they are fragmented, and they feel insecure and frustrated when paying online. Finally, they use complicated mobile banking offerings through which they try to pay sometimes. They execute complex and expensive person-to-person payments, and in general, they have a flawed experience with their daily transactions. That's why we created Through. Through is an ecosystem for consumers and merchants who both participate and use our platform and our applications. Consumers use our application to hold a wallet through which they execute payments to merchants. They can pay for purchases, for bills, and they can do it both in the physical world and online. They do not use cards, of course, and merchants give them back a digital receipt or invoice, and most significantly, merchants give them cashback, which is a percentage of the transaction, of the value of the transaction, and this can be spent only at the merchant that gave it in the very first place. Alternatively, merchants can connect their own loyalty platforms and provide their points back to the customer, and Through will also use that. Merchants can also run promotional campaigns towards consumers who can receive offers and discounts to go back to merchant and spend. Merchants manage all their payments online, while consumers can transfer money among them, and they can exchange the cashback that they have received from merchants. All this happens both in physical and online without cards. In order for merchants to pay the least ever cost that they have ever paid, use a free marketing platform, streamlined operations, receive analytics regarding the behavior of their customers, while consumers enjoy a superb user experience through the app that we are providing, they enjoy financial benefits and ultimate security and privacy, since we do not use usernames, passwords, card numbers, and so on. With Through, every payment can be a happy moment for both parties, the consumer and the merchant. So we have also introduced the Through token. Through token is a smart contract, it's programmable money that can be spent either at a specific merchant, at a merchant category, on a specific time interval, either online or physically or both, at a specific location, and so on. And this can take the form of a cashback, of a meal coupon, of a travel allowance, an employer bonus, a gift card, and so on and so forth. The consumer onboards our platform by registering with a simple email and mobile number. Later on, they can also self-onboard with a selfie and a passport. And then we create a wallet and we provide them with an IBAN. They can load the wallet through their bank in several ways, including a wire transfer, open banking, and so on. The merchant onboards the platform, registers, uploads documents, and then we give them a wallet, an application, stickers, and a plugin or a set of APIs to link to their website. How the payment is done? The merchant displays a QR code in many ways. The consumer always opens the camera of the smartphone, scans the QR code, sees payment details, activates cashback, if any, executes the transaction, and both parties instantly are notified. This is how it happens online, where a QR code is presented on the screen. This is how it happens at a small merchant, where they use our application to produce QR codes to receive payments, or at a retailer, where consumers should only scan a printed QR code at every cashier at the retailer's outlet. They can scan a QR code on the receipt, if there is one, and they can also scan a QR code of another person, like a street artist, a courier, delivery person, and so on, to give them a tip. We have created by fully analyzing the competition in Europe. We have seen banks and startups, PayPal, Apple Pay, and everything, and we have created a platform that combines the best of all worlds. And this, of course, is intensified by the fact that we are very experienced all these 30 years in banking and 20 years in digital banking. We are proud to have with us 3 eminent retailers as angel investors, the owner of Aegean Airlines and the Hertz franchise in Southeastern Europe, and the owner of the franchises of IKEA and Intersport in Southeastern Europe, along with another person who runs the franchise of MediaMarkt and a local chain called Public as well. To go to market, we will be product first, with a very cautious spending on marketing. We will focus on early adopters. Initially, we will be the supply side. In what ways? First, the businesses of our angel investors, then partnerships and integrations with the most important retail software providers and digital agencies, and by prioritizing strong brands and e-commerce. On the demand side, we will focus on high-frequency spots. We will promote person-to-person transfers that work virally, and of course, we will launch campaigns in cooperation with our retailers. Finally, the Through tokens can help us build both sides, supply and demand. We will have, of course, several revenue sources and experience enhancements in the near future, but we launch with an MVP which is based on merchant fees, and right after that we will launch the Through tokens, the digital vouchers. We need 4 million for 2 years to execute our plan, after we have collected the first investment from our pre-seed investors. Why Through is a good investment today? Because there is a rapid decrease of cash payments, and while cards are becoming obsolete, there is a proliferation of alternative and local payment methods, which is going to be enhanced by open banking, which is getting mature as time goes by. And eventually what will happen is that all these alternative payment methods will be consolidated in one virtual universal network. Additionally, a marketplace always creates a ground to create new revenue streams for the runner of the marketplace. Thank you very much.
We at Trevex enable businesses to assess their commercial partners for credit lines with verified business information. My name is Faraz Ashraf, and I am the co-founder and managing partner of Trevex. I've worked extensively within the areas of banking and credit rating, consulting, and corporate credit in the United Arab Emirates over the last 10 years. I'm joined by passionate and seasoned professionals with a combined experience of more than 30 years in the credit and regulatory sectors. My co-founder, Mahan Baloshi, has served as the CEO of Allianz Trade, previously known as Euler Hermes, the largest trade credit insurer in the world, and has also led the specialty insurance division of Howden Group, one of the largest insurance brokers in the world, and he holds an unparalleled understanding of the trade credit and underwriting industry. We are also joined by Mahdi Mohammed, a former director of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and current Chief Operating Officer of Dulsco, who brings with him thorough knowledge and reach within the local regulatory landscape. Having delved into every angle of the credit and risk management sector over the years, a recurring challenge we have faced is the lack of reliable, wholesome business information. Unlike many developed markets, most of the emerging markets do not have a regulatory mandate for private businesses to disclose and present their information on public domains. As a result, there is no centralized database where all relevant business information is captured, making assessment of potential partners and customers a tedious and expensive task. And when there is information made available, its credibility is questioned as it is procured from unverified secondary sources. To address these issues, we at Trevex offer a digital platform that gathers, organizes, and presents information on businesses specifically designed from an underwriter's perspective. This platform will be the largest ecosystem of businesses, large and small, that serves two main purposes. The first is allowing businesses to take ownership and be accountable for presenting themselves to commercial partners such as suppliers, service providers, and others. While the second is supporting financial institutions and underwriters that offer credit lines with verified and up-to-date business information. Knowing the current landscape of the market, especially the false sense of confidentiality of business information, this requires a paradigm shift, and we know this cannot be achieved overnight. To ease the market into what we know to be an inevitable future, we have to first educate them on the importance of business transparency and the benefits it can bring to them both immediately and eventually. Through the platform, we empower businesses with an avenue to create and manage their own business information to access favorable credit lines from others. We also enable all businesses with a community through which they can thrive and build relationships for lasting growth. Database, we have partnered with a Zurich-based information provider, Worldbox. Worldbox populates our platform with basic secondary business information to be claimed and verified through Trevex. We currently hold information on more than 50 million businesses worldwide. We're in the process of acquiring our first customers, having presented our solution to numerous multinational companies and financial institutions in the region. We currently have the buy-in of all major trade credit insurance providers, including the big three: Allianz Trade, Coface, and Atradius. And now we're gearing for pilot projects in the first quarter of 2023. Our total addressable market is not limited to any type of business or sector. Every registered company in the region we operate is a potential customer of Trevex. Our initial approach, though, will be the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, followed by other GCC countries and emerging markets in the region. Businesses looking for an avenue to accurately present themselves can use the Trevex platform for free. They may choose to claim their company profile if it is already listed on the platform or create their own profile from scratch. They'll have full access to edit and update information they see relevant to boosting their profile transparency. We also offer them the opportunity to flaunt a verified profile, which signifies that the Trevex team has verified all provided data points on the company profile against authentication documents. We charge a fee per profile and present a transparency index and a verification tick mark on the profile. This stays valid for a year and can be renewed annually. When used as a KYC and assessment tool, the Trevex platform offers a subscription-based model with three main offerings: pay-as-you-go, which allows users to purchase profiles on one-off requirement, monthly and annual subscription packages that support periodic assessment requirements of businesses, and a bespoke enterprise solution that is created based on the ongoing data assessment and monitoring requirements of businesses. Having completed the proof of concept and received the buy-in of major players in the local market, the next step is the final launch. We're now focusing on enhancing the platform further, expanding our team, and kicking off our marketing strategies to go live in 2023. We're now welcoming investors and strategic partners to join us in bringing our vision of Trevex to full fruition. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ryan, the co-founder of Twig, and welcome to the Metaverse. Twig is a mobile app that allows users to automatically save for the goals that they've set. Today, 70% of individuals don't save, and for those who are actually putting any money on the side, they're earning close to 0% in return. That accounts to $700 billion worth of lazy money just sitting idly between the UAE and Saudi. Unlike the banks that offer close to 0%, Twig offers a saving interest rate of 1.7%. That's close to 8 times the market average. And beyond leading and offering leading interest rates in the UAE, we make saving effortless and smart. We're a mobile app that's integrated to all the banks in the UAE, and we offer numerous ways that automatically put money on the side for our users. We can round up every single one of your transactions, regardless of whether you're paying with a credit card, debit card, or even Apple Pay. We can also set recurrent deposits, whether it's on a weekly basis, monthly basis, or anytime you receive your paycheck. A specific amount or a percentage is then automatically saved as well. Lastly, we offer an AI-based mechanism, which we call as the leftover. Depending on your budgeting cycle and how much remains from it, a percentage or the full amount is then automatically saved on Twig's platform. People also don't understand where they're spending, how they're spending, and whether that's the right way to spend. With Twig, we also offer a smart budgeting feature that automatically categorizes every single one of your transactions, but also actively nudges you on a timely manner to keep you on track with your spendings and make sure that you are going to be achieving the saving goals that you've set. Lastly, we are a goal-oriented application. Different people want different things at different times, and with Twig you can set short-term, medium-term, long-term goals, which we will then enable you to achieve every single one of your goals that you set on our application. Now, how are we acquiring consumers and how are we going to market? We're firstly focused by partnering with employers to provide their employees with personal financial education sessions, as well as full access to our platform that will empower their financial journey, and most importantly, a market survey on a quarterly basis to show the employers that their employees are enhancing on a financial well-being level. Till date, we've managed to onboard and sign up close to 40 companies who will give us access to more than 6,000 employees to become active on our platform. As for the business model, employers can pay a subscription on behalf of their employees of 2 dirhams. And for those individuals who download Twig through our online presence, we have 2 tiers, a freemium model and a subscription model. The freemium is monetized through a transaction fee of 0.49%. As for the tier 2 model, it's a 14 dirham subscription fee with no hidden cost and no transaction fees. We offer premium features for those subscribed. As for our competitive landscape, Twig is very uniquely positioned. We outperform budgeting apps when it comes to our features and the ability for us to automatically put money on the side for our users, which is a more effective way to tackle the problem of savings. And when it comes to robo-advisors, we do allow interests to be earned through our platform, but we've taken a more conservative approach and one that is more aligned with your life goals and what you'd like to achieve on a personal level, and really aligning what those achievements look like and making sure that money is readily available in order to achieve and execute on the goals that you set on our platform. We've also adopted a B2B2C model, which allows us to acquire users in bulk, unlike most of the fintechs in the region that are consumer facing. We've got the right team to scale and make Twig a big success in the MENA region, bringing close to a decade in core banking technology implementation, experience working closely with the World Bank on financial education modules, and most importantly, building large financial technology infrastructures, which include Ariba payment, digital banking applications, and PinPay. Lastly, our current investors include the CEO of large corporations, including global banks, asset managers, and advisors to leading and regional VCs in the GCC. Today, the ask is the following. We're currently open for investments and for the right partners to accelerate our mission in building MENA's most personal financial education. That investment will allow us to aggressively scale in the UAE and properly launch in the Saudi market. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to reach out to me personally or to any of my co-founders in order to learn more and have you on board on our mission.
Hi everyone, I'm Jimmy Daudu, founder and CEO at Voltil, the world's first human-centric metaverse. First, a brief background about myself. I'm British Nigerian living in Dubai, academically a first degree in computer science, a master's in advanced computing, and an MBA focused on entrepreneurship. I'm also certified as a blockchain architect and an NFT expert. Professionally, I've worked at Barclays, leading a divestment between Barclays and Absa, and worked at Expedia delivering an ERP implementation. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our company to the DIFC Accelerator Program. Voltil, the company behind the world's first human-centric metaverse with broad experience developing extended reality experiences, leveraging cloud and blockchain technologies. We are a diverse and multicultural organization with headquarters in Dubai and a strategic metaverse partner of choice for several brands who want to associate human-centric themes to their brands. But beside the hype, most people are feeling left out. Why? Finding content is difficult, UI UX is clunky. What about safety? Would I be safe in the metaverse? Buying virtual assets is just hard. That's why at Voltil, not only did we create a world around human instincts so that we can make a constructive use of technology, but we are also solving the common issues that prevent this market from reaching its full potential. We have leveraged 7 out of 16 basic human instincts that make you and I human: vitality, play, curiosity, and the likes. A perfect use case is vitality, where we have solved mental health challenges arising from COVID-19 pandemic. We have created a number of experiences around meditation, including a meditation center for Amrita Sethi, the first NFT artist in the UAE. We're looking into self-sovereign identity and zero-knowledge proof to ensure users are verified, which talks to the challenge of safety. Collaborating with swipe blocks, so that users across Europe can use their debit and credit cards to buy tokens, virtual assets, more geographies to come, thereby aiding adoption and making it user-friendly. We're going after a hybrid model of the metaverse, which means that you can access this both on the web and also through virtual reality headsets, talking through the part around accessibility. In fact, we have launched a beta version of our virtual world and an NFT marketplace that looks amazing. We have a product that is unique to the market. And not only have we addressed the part of the market that is not served, but we have gotten our place into a place. Ever since I was a young trader, I have been focused on the numbers. This is a huge market and it's easy to be greedy in a sweet shop. Therefore, we have been focused on our target market and conservative with our potential of the business. Our numbers are factored over growth over 4 years to a point of 200,000 active daily users, each spending $1 a day in Voltil City. That alone gives us forecasted revenues of $73 million per annum. And this is just one of our 4 product and service lines. We are constantly trying to increase our ecosystem. Being present in most social media outlets is not enough. That's why Voltil attends in real life events to make sure we share our ideas and progress in different geographies. Once users and brands hear about us, we 16 years experience, and a team of programmers and developers that are doing, quite frankly, amazing things in blockchain, cloud, and AI, as well as bleeding edge virtual world built in Unreal Engine. Your expertise and knowledge will certainly add significant value to our business to keep adding brands to our ecosystem, where we have also focused on enabling more women in the Web3 and gaming space. And raising $3 million will allow us to meet our current demand with product development, team growth, and operation. We believe that a balance is possible between humanity and technology, and we know that participating in this DIFC Accelerator Program could help us a great deal in making our dream come through. Let's take this human-centric metaverse to the next level. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Abdullah. I am CEO and co-founder of Venturo. Venturo aims to solve two problems. The first problem is that UAE investors and GCC don't have a platform where they can invest in early stage businesses or startups. The second problem is that as startups are becoming more increasing in the region, it's becoming more difficult for them to raise money beyond the discretion of accelerator programs or even VCs. So what is our solution to this? Is to create an online crowdfunding platform where investors and startups can meet. By doing so, startups can validate their ideas, and at the same time, investors can diversify their investment portfolio. Looking at different platforms such as similar to ours in different markets, we see that it does exist. So where is that? Well, let's look at North America, United States. They have three particular platforms such as Republic, Kickstarter, and AngelList, where they all offer early investment opportunities to the public, and they're all highly successful in their own respect. But what about here in the UAE? Well, we do have similar crowdfunding platform, but not to the standards. In what way? Well, let's look at Beehive. Beehive, the problem with them is that though they do offer funds, they offer funds based on debt. And as early stage businesses, they don't want to take on debt. They want funds, or at the very least give out equity. The other problem, let's look at Eureka. Eureka, for example, they do offer equity with no debt based. However, they have a very difficult user interface. And that's where we want to differentiate ourselves as Venturo. Venturo wants to offer a platform where it's easy to use and they offer equity with no debt. So what is our roadmap to this and how we're going to start? Well, our target market in that respect is that we should onboard accredited investors on our platform first. They have the experience, the knowledge, and highly vetted experience of selecting startups to invest in. After that, we can start by going to phase 2, where we can onboard retail investors. The third phase is then we can create a market to sell secondary shares. And lastly, in our phase 4, is we can onboard institutional investors. Now, how are we going to start this? Well, we thought that by getting our customer acquisition, we can start by doing so by getting them on LinkedIn. By advertising on LinkedIn, we know that it's a platform, a social media platform where people have the experience and knowledge, and we can focus more on them. We understand that revenue model is important, but how are we going to generate money? Well, we realize is that by collecting between 5 to 7% of the funding target is a great way. The second thing is we can collect a one-time up payment fee for due diligence. Third is taking 2% equity stake into the available equity that is for sale. Lastly is we can take a processing fee to the retail investor. Now, what traction have we got till date? Well, since the beginning of this year, we have had an average of 4% increase on our sign-up list for those who are interested on our platform as investors. And also, we've already had 4 startups who expressed interest to raise funds on our platform. So what is our funding target? Well, we aim to get between 500 and 600K in terms of funds to get things going. By doing so, we're able to build the platform at the same time we're able to get our licensing under DIFC. We're really happy and we're really excited on this project that we're working on, and we have a team of 3. We have myself, Abdullah, our CTO, Hakam, and we have our CEO, Nabil Rashid. We all feel that we have the experience and the knowledge to be able to drive this business forward from a technology point of view, from banking perspective, and from market analysis. We'd like to thank DIFC, and we'd like to thank everyone who've had us on this program, and we're really excited to see what we can do in the future and to move forward. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, I'm Ola, co-founder and CEO of Verto. Verto is a cross-border payments platform for businesses. Our mission is to simplify business cross-border payments in emerging markets, particularly Africa. And we do this by giving businesses infrastructure to collect, hold, convert, and pay out in about 50 currencies across 190 countries. I started Verto with my co-founder Tony for a simple reason. We felt business cross-border payments was broken, particularly in emerging markets, and we felt the requirement and need to fix for it. We've got a full self-service platform which is all technology-based, and effectively that allows businesses to do three things. One, collect. We've got a global account product that enables them to collect money in about 25 different currencies. We can help convert currencies, up to 50 of them using our platform, and then they can also make payments with us, so they can do payouts to about 190 countries. This is all happening within our desktop and mobile responsive app platform. And we also have an API. Digital native businesses can integrate with our API and essentially have access to our full suite of products. We've done quite well since we started Verto in 2018. Right now we're powering in excess of $250 million in monthly transaction volumes. That's a significant increase from last year. And also essentially offer businesses what we call a global local experience. In every market that we offer our services, we always ensure that businesses are able to have a seamless, frictionless payment experience using our platform. We're licensed and regulated in the UK, which obviously is the FinTech capital of the world. We use our regulatory license here to work with partners across the world, the UAE being one of the markets that we have as a key target market. The reason why we're super excited about the UAE is a few things. Most of our inbound requests for Verto services, so people that go on our platform and want to utilize us, are from the UAE, so obviously huge demand for our product there. And it's also a very good nexus of trade activity between Africa and the East, so definitely a good trade hub as well. And then a very, very business friendly environment and ecosystem that we feel that will be super useful for our products. We work with strategic partners, mostly banks across the markets that we are involved in, and have a very robust compliance and regulatory framework and system as well. It's a team of 86 based in London, Pune in India, and Nairobi, Kenya mostly. There's myself as the co-founder and CEO. My co-founder is Anthony, who's the Chief Product Officer and Chief Technology Officer. And then we also have Tim Rodman as our Chief Operating Officer. Tim, prior to joining us last year, spent about 14 years in various payment roles, most recently at World First, which is a fintech that sold to Ant Financial. And we've got folks within the team from different leading edge companies such as Airwallex, dLocal, Starling Bank, and TravelX. We're venture backed. We did a $2 million seed round in 2019, led by Y Combinator and Accelerated Ventures. We did a $10 million round Series A last year, led by Kona Capital and Middle East Venture Partners. And we've got a growing portfolio of businesses using us that we're empowering as well. In terms of competition, we do feel that the competitive landscape is very open. There's tons of big banks that service customers in this space, but we also have a few fintechs as well that service customers, and we're just coming in to actually offer the value that we can in order to help. Our ask is super simple. We're probably going to do a funding round sometime next year, and would love to speak to interested parties regarding that. But most immediately as well, we're due to launch in the UAE. We're just going through our regulatory licensing process, and we'll be super excited to have strategic partners that would like to work with to enable us offer our services in the market. Thanks, that's all from Verto.
Hi, my name is Vaibhav Kashyap and I'm the co-founder and CEO of WellX. Two things happened in my life. I grew up in an insurance family, and as a kid, I got really fat. That meant that I had to go on my own transformation journey, and through university, I realized the importance of diet and exercise and lost a whole bunch of weight and gained a whole lot of knowledge. When I went to my MBA program, I understood that I wanted to do more with my career and have an impact, and really wanted to use business as a force for good. From there, WellX was born. With WellX, we're trying to create happier, healthier, and more resilient communities and use insurance as a way of financing behavioral change. WellX is an insurtech platform that provides health and life insurance products to individuals and companies and rewards them for healthy behaviors. The problems that we're trying to tackle are the fact that there's a 10% increase in insurance premiums, especially on health, year on year, and that's driven primarily by the fact that people tend to live very unhealthy lives. 60% of all deaths in the UAE are related to lifestyle-related diseases, and 2 in 3 children are obese. WellX aims to combat this by changing customer behavior and helping people live a healthier life. One thing we have to understand is that people are already living hyper-personalized lives. Whenever you log on to Facebook, whenever you go onto YouTube, whenever you go onto Instagram, all these platforms recommend content based on what your likes and dislikes are. Insurance should be no different. Imagine a world in where you wake up and you get a ping from your application on your phone that says, well done, you've slept really well this night, and therefore here's some rewards because you're taking care of your health. A similar world will also give you rewards for achieving certain goals on fitness, visiting the gym, visiting mental wellness, and that's where a product like WellX comes in. We bring together an ecosystem of wellness companies and services ranging from wearables, gyms, mental wellness, nutritionists, etc., and embed that into an insurance product that is focused on driving behavioral change by providing cashback rewards for hitting goals, by providing recommendations on what wellness activity each individual should do, and by providing a personalized insurance experience. The more an individual takes care of their health, the lower their cost of insurance. We have been fortunate enough to build partnerships with strong brands like Whoop, which is the most advanced wearable technology in the world, Steppy, which is a homegrown UAE corporate wellness provider, and many others. The idea very much is to use an ecosystem to engage customers and reward them for healthy behaviors. Now, our approach to go to market has been slightly different from what the other insurtechs have done in the region. We are a pure B2B2C play, and this is predominantly because the cost of customer acquisition in the insurance space is very high, and we choose to be a product company, creating the product with a reinsurer and then distributing it through various insurance companies and their broker channels. This allows us to focus on the product and keep our cost of customer acquisition fairly low. The health insurance market across the UAE and Saudi has been growing exponentially, 6.5% year on year, and currently our target addressable market sits at about $7.78 billion. So very big opportunity, very big market. And in terms of the product, core insurance product that we've chosen, we partner with Munich Re, the region's largest reinsurer, actually the world's largest reinsurer, and they hold 40% share across the market. Their individual health insurance product already sells to the tune of $100 million, and the version that we've created with them costs the same as the existing product, but customers can earn up to 2 months of their premium as cashback for being healthy. So there is no downside from a customer perspective for using the WellX product. We're also embedding the product into various sales channels and distribution channels, for example, gyms, with personal trainers, with nutritionists, etc. Because we believe in the future, people will buy insurance from an avenue which they have positive interactions with and they like to engage with, i.e. their gym, perhaps their online workout platform, etc. And so we've created channels that allow us to do that. In terms of our team, we've put together a solid team ranging from people from data, from insurance, and from general business backgrounds. And we've recently onboarded our CTO, who's continuing to help build out version 2 of our platform and our application. In terms of traction, our monthly recurring revenue sits at about 170,000 dirhams. We've onboarded 1,500 clients so far, and our growth rate is
extremely solid, and we continue to grow, especially towards the end of the year where renewal season is coming. We're raising $2 million in a seed round, which is going to be divided pretty much evenly between technology, personnel, and marketing activities. And we're looking for an investor and partner who's going to help us expand into Saudi and the rest of the region. Happy to take any questions.
Hi, I'm Abhishek Bhattacharya, a co-founder of Whirl, a blockchain fintech startup solving the problems of commodity finance industry. Before we talk about commodity finance, let me run through certain challenges in underwriting asset-backed loans, the mainstay of a bank's lending portfolio. The provenance of assets, their ownership, price, and encumbrances in favor of third parties are some of these challenges. And of course, post-underwriting, there are challenges related to either collection or, as the 2008 financial crisis showcases, even securitization. Whirl proposes a blockchain-based lending ecosystem that connects banks, borrowers, asset custodians, and verification agencies on a single platform. The platform uses asset-backed, non-fungible tokens and smart contracts to provide a source of low-risk, low-TAT, low-cost lending solution with built-in collection and securitization mechanisms. We would like to present the use case of commodity finance, a subset of supply chain finance in which commodities are deposited in third-party warehouses. Based on deposited receipts issued by these bank-affiliated warehouses, a loan is given to the borrowers like farmers, traders, miners, importers, exporters, etc. As we discussed earlier, the commodity finance sector also faces the same problems of collateral authenticity, multiple lending, and collateral permanence. Whirl uses a blockchain platform connecting banks, warehouses, and verification agencies on the back end and connects the borrowers to this blockchain platform using a digital lending mobile app. The platform helps eliminate the risk of lending against non-existent, encumbered, or pilferaged assets while simultaneously reducing the transaction and underwriting costs. Whirl's solution not only serves the lenders but also facilitates doorstep lending real-time for the consumers at much lower costs. In addition, our solution, when applied in Islamic banking, can help the Islamic banks with two major products, such as trade or receivables finance, which is Musharaka, and securitization, which is Sukuk. Built on private blockchain, Whirl's solution is 100% modular, making it easy to interact and integrate without the need of involving cryptocurrency layers. In addition, the platform can be extended to cater to the needs of lenders and borrowers in any other type of asset-backed loans as well, be it loan against securities, equipment, finance, or mortgages. NERL and CCRL in India are our direct competitors who issue electronic warehouse receipts through a third-party repository network. While globally prominent blockchain lending networks like Comgo and Figure Blockchain may turn out to be our competitors in the future as they are currently involved in some other asset-backed loans. India's largest blockchain fintech platform, Whirl has been winning accolades across the globe from organizations such as Mass Challenge USA, UNDP, Indian Banks Association, FICCI, Binance, ETH Denver, etc. We are currently present in India with 1,400 warehouses and 4 lending partners, having already tokenized more than $600 million worth of commodities in India. Currently, we are focused in expanding our platform to other parts of the country, onboarding more number of banks and warehouses. We are also adding to it a decentralized finance protocol that will be live in the next 6 to 12 months. We will also be expanding our operations in the international markets, starting with Southeast Asian and African markets, and are actively canvassing those areas and markets to commence operations soon. The diversified team behind Whirl comes with decades of experience in areas like debt syndication, commodities, blockchain, and other IT solutions. In the next 24 months, we are looking forward to having our blockchain platform across 7 countries with around 25 banks on the platform, disbursing digital credit of over $1 billion. That's the target, for which we are looking to raise $5 million in our Series A round. We are Whirl, and we are revolutionizing the face of commodity finance. Thank you.
My name is Anand, and I represent UAPay. Over 3 billion people in the world are not connected to the financial world. They're totally unbanked and totally out of the financial institutions' inclusions. There is something that needs to be done for that particular category of customers. Let me tell you a story. I'm also a farmer. I had to use a service, government service, travel long to reach out to a government office. The cost of that service was 10 cents US. I spent $3.5 to reach out to that place, stood in a queue for 3 hours, and then took the document. Now, this is the case with every customer who goes out to villages. There are 70% of customers who come from outside this nodal center for services. They all come from far. Right? Average cost of travel for these guys would be 1.5 times the cost of service that they take from the government. Right? Only if they could sit at their home and do transactions. Let me tell you another story. 150 plus villages, connecting to 32 different government services. 70% of these customers sitting at their home did transactions to pay government services. And there are 32 different services, right? They paid for all of those. 45,000 transactions done in a couple of months. Now, average 2 to 3 transactions per household in those villages. And none of these customers left their home to make these payments. It was right there at their home, using their feature phone, these payments were made. And all of these services were integrated into a platform. Now, what if these services are available across the world, in MENA, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, across India, where there are 3 billion plus customers who are not connected to internet. They use feature phones. Right? Only if these services were available to all of these people using a feature phone, and only if somebody could enable that. And UOP has done it. The technology that UOP has built enables transactions for feature phones, government services, payment collections, payments, right? All of these services are available to customers on feature phone or 2 different technologies, which is IP enabled by UOP. One is on the SMS gateway, the other one is on IVR gateway. This is a game changer for rural economy. This is a game changer for people who do trade and commerce with rural economy. We also built a collection system where the bill collectors today, like a microfinance or NBFC, who go on to villages, they do cash collection. It is very risky for these guys to collect cash and go from village to another village. Right? What if there was a service available where these transactions could be enabled on a phone and payment could happen digitally? That's exactly what we have done. Now, microfinance self-help group can use the collection system that we have along with the dashboard that is needed. The transaction is enabled on a feature phone for all of these customers. This is the beauty of the product. The impact of this product is tremendous. As I mentioned, a lot of these customers spend a lot of time and money to reach out. I mean, every 10 million gross merchandise value of business that is happening in villages, the cost of operation, the cost to customers to reach out to those service centers will be around 15 million at an average, right? So if these services are available sitting right at their home, government services and all of these services put together, the saving to economy could be in 2 folds. One, the customers themselves are benefited because they don't have to spend time and money to take the services. Second one is normally customers, because they have to travel very far, they pool all these bills, keep them for months, and then finally go and make the payment. The biller is a loser here because the liquidity is lost. That also is a potential for going away from that particular problem by using the feature phone app that UOP has developed. This is a game changer for rural economy. We hope to create a large amount of impact in smartphone-less world, which is still going to take a very long time to end up in smartphone in every single individual at various places. But then what we intend to do is to take this technology out, help these customers, make them financially inclusive, and benefit them immensely in all the transactions that they do in their limited economy, which is not small. 500,000 villages in the country, 200,000 plus nodal centers where customers go, the numbers are not small. The impact is not going to be small. We want to create that impact across the world to enable 3 billion people get financially included. Thank you.
Accelerate Her is our female talent accelerator program that looks for promising women early in their careers within the financial services or tech industries. Each cohort, we bring these women together in an intense bootcamp training program where we offer a range of workshops to upskill and reskill themselves and get them up to speed with the latest trends and developments in the market. The core of our program is the one-on-one mentorship sessions with industry leaders where our cohort can bring up any topic of their choosing to gain the right advice and knowledge, allowing them to really step up their careers. I am proud to share that we have accelerated 36 women this year through our Accelerator program. Our bootcamp session saw a total of 43 technical workshops and trainings, followed by bespoke soft skill workshops geared towards personal development. I'm also happy to share that this year we have successfully created 76 mentor pairings aimed to expand the cohort's understanding of the market and personal networks. That being said, we accept applications for Accelerate Her throughout the year, and I urge all young aspiring women professionals to take advantage of this opportunity. I would now like to take your leave and give you the opportunity to hear more about Accelerate Her directly from our graduates. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jingru. I'm from China. Currently, I'm working as a relationship manager in Bank of China. I am a teenage streamer who is passionate about leadership and entrepreneurship. It was my great honor to participate in the Accelerator program. There are two things I love most from this program. First of all, it's mentorship session. I was given the opportunities to have conversations and receive guidance from business leaders from different industries. And together, we discussed the possible career path for myself. I found it very beneficial. And second, I would say this is a great platform for women to explore more things and learn more things in fintech and leadership. You can expand your professional network in an extremely short time. So happy graduation, and I would encourage every one of you to apply the next cohort. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Noala Ser. I'm Somali American and I currently do marketing here in the UAE for a fintech company. I'm part of the Accelerator Her program for the year 2022 and I'm so excited to be sharing with you my experience and my favorite aspects about the program. Something I enjoyed about the program would definitely be the fact that there is a culture that boosts women to make the most out of their opportunities and network and really encourage each other. They show up on a day-to-day basis and they're super driven. Something I found super motivational, and I'd love to thank the FinTech Hive team for giving me that opportunity. Additionally, I enjoyed the one-on-one mentors and I believe I made the most out of them. My mentors gave me feedback specifically to my career goals and helped me avoid mistakes that I could make along the way. This advice is definitely one I'm going to carry with me throughout my career. Moreover, we were able to communicate with a lot of the DIFC companies, learn more about them, ask questions, so we can incorporate them into our future startups and businesses. If you get the opportunity to join the program, I would highly recommend it. My advice would be network as much as possible and just have fun. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Rafaela from Accelerator Her 2022 Sprint A. I'm Brazilian and I'm coming from a legal and management consulting background. I'm currently working at DIFC FinTech Hive as part of an opportunity that was given to me after being successfully part of Accelerator Her program in Dubai Business Associate program. Accelerator Her program provides us tailored boot camps and workshops that gave me opportunity to build a strong foundation about fintech trends and innovation, and also gave me the opportunity to develop new tools and feel empowered to pursue a new career path. The most valuable thing that I took from Accelerator Her program was the mentorship sessions and also being surrounded with ambitious people. In the mentorship sessions, I had a valuable time to listen and share challenges with my mentors. They gave me precious advices and insights that I have already applied and I'm going to carry with me for long. I can say that I was accelerated, that I'm empowered, and I'm ready. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Umayma Mushraf from Bahrain. I'm 19 years old and I'm the founder of Betacorp Invest. We're working on making sustainable investing as easy as ever. I started off as an entrepreneur a little over 2 years ago with my first venture called YouthWave MENA, a sustainable innovation hub and experience playground for young social entrepreneurs from the region. I'm also on the advisory board at Savvy, a neobank for teens, and I've had the opportunity recently to become a screening judge at the Entrepreneurship World Cup UAE. I'm developing as a professional in the financial industry and will begin further studies next year where I'll be pursuing a degree in finance. I'm so thankful to have been a part of the Accelerator Her program earlier this year, rather than which parts of it were the most memorable, because everything about it was amazing. I wanted to share about the impact it had on me. This year started off as a hard one. As a young female and developing professional, I had faced many challenges, some of which were especially difficult to overcome. I believe we're all not just looking to grow as a professional, but as a person as well. And early on in our careers is a very important time to nurture the skills that we have and to work on both our strengths and weaknesses. But it's also the realization that women are as valuable as men in the industry and are now able to have equal opportunities. All of the women we met and interacted with during the program were an example of success and have proved to us that we can do it too, despite the many different challenges that we may face. Before the program, I had been questioning my capabilities and was in a place where I looked at myself very differently than now. And I think that sums up how much the program had changed me and my life for the better, and how important it is for such initiatives to exist, and for a community that supports and empowers working women and women leaders in the financial industry and in other male-dominated industries.
Hi everyone, I'm Adishri Aras from India, a finance professional who worked with Morgan Stanley and currently working in a fintech startup in Dubai. I am more than grateful to have been a part of DIFC's Accelerator Her program this year. The robust bootcamp built a foundational knowledge in understanding business dynamics in the MENA region. The best part of the program, which I loved the most, is the mentorship session. I got 2 101 mentorship sessions with industrial experts who guided me on the next steps in my career. At this stage in career, a guidance from senior experts is so crucial as it helps to understand and accelerate your own growth. We all have dreams, don't we? But DIFC's Accelerator Her program gave me the power to unlock and unfold my wings. Thank you Raja, Samia and all the organizers for building such a fantastic program.
Hello, my name is Paul Shaw, and I lead the data and innovation functions for HSBC across the Middle East, North Africa, and Turkey. I'm here today to talk to you about our engagement and partnership with the DIFC in driving the Accelerator Her program. HSBC's sponsorship of the DIFC FinTech Hive's 2022 Accelerator Her program is designed to ensure that we provide female entrepreneurs with the necessary tools to help develop and deepen their knowledge of the financial services industry. We are delighted to have supported 35 aspiring entrepreneurs with masterclasses, soft skills workshops, and mentoring sessions by experts from across the finance and technology industry. Innovation and vibrant entrepreneurialism will continue to play a vital role in the growth of the region's economy and businesses, meaning we need to ensure that the leaders of these companies are given the full support to fulfill their real potential.
I hope you enjoyed hearing from our partners, startups, and Accelerator graduates today. We had a stellar year in 2002 where we saw the world recovering from the pandemic and adapting to the new normal. This allowed us to adopt and take advantage of the changing habits, attitudes, and expectations of the world around us. Our programs since its inception have moved from a purely in-person format to a completely virtual format, and now a hybrid setup which allows us to enjoy the best of the both worlds. I am positive that the DIFC FinTech Hive will continue to grow and become a leading accelerator, not just for the Middle East, for the global platform. We have many new and exciting initiatives in the pipeline for next year, and I can't wait to share them with you. Make sure to follow us on our social media to keep track of everything that is coming up. That being said, we are already accepting applications for next year. So if you know a promising fintech startup, or if you are building one yourself, visit our website and apply today. We are now officially closing our Investor Day program. You are more than welcome to explore the Metaverse and visit our startups at the Exhibition Center, or browse our achievements gallery, or perhaps take some friends and try your hand at our basketball court. Thank you for visiting us today, and have a great day ahead.